E. I wanna thank you in advance for letting us make it clear to y'all.
Dang, what I'm gonna listen to?
Yeah, I'm on the internet, I'm searching for that good music. Yeah, but it seems like my efforts are turning up useless. I want that soul food radio feeding me poison. Turn on that Wado radio, gotta enjoy him. I get some interviews and a little news from Sketch. The home of hip hop, minus all the mess. Minus all the hate, all the beef and the drama. You can listen with your wife or with your kids or with your mama. You can listen on your phone, you can take it where you wanna. Download the podcast, listen with no problem. Jesus gave life when the radio was killing me. Wado radio, it's more than music, this is ministry. So listen please.
Lens and E. I wanna thank you in advance for letting us make it clear to y'all. On the Wado radio show. On the Wado radio. On the Wado radio show. Where it's much more than music, it's ministry.
Yes, welcome to the all-new Wado Radio Show, where each week we give you the latest and greatest Christian hip-hop music news and culture. Today, we are in studio with singer/songwriter V Rose and YouTube star Beleaf for separate interviews. V Rose talks about the next phase of her career, while Beleaf discusses how he has built his YouTube empire. Plus, I hop on the ones and twos in the third hour as I take you in the lab with new music and fresh mashups.
On the Wado Radio Show. On the Wado Radio. On the Wado Radio Show, where it's much more than music, it's ministry.
No, man, I can't be no stain. My feet way too clean. Brand new things with the same old people. I didn't switch no teams. This for real, this ain't make-believe. But I guarantee you to make it change your mind or you'll get left behind. Yeah, I don't lie, I don't make up stories. I make people cry, tell the truth. I know that it hurts, but at least you didn't die. It ain't real, it's all in your head. That's why I don't mind, they just mad. Always talking trash, trying to waste my time. I'm not a newbie, in a trap like Booby. This is every night, life's a movie. Even when they boo me, I still act polite. Preachers preaching, after church we eat. Then go back living life, talk is cheap. Even if they speaking, too expensive. Mics is way too high, I don't go outside. Less is after 9, it's the lie. Then she hit my line, talking about Valentine. Said I love her, never seen it coming. I guess she was blind, nothing to say. I'm the one that got away, perfect crime. Just be quiet, don't you talk to me, let's just set a fine. I ain't lying, every word you heard me speak, I'm really about it. You a liar, money can't be everything. I don't buy it, just an hour. Promise I'll be ready, let me take a shower. No, man, I can't be no stain. My feet way too clean, brand new things with the same old people. I didn't switch no teams, this for real, this ain't make-believe. But I guarantee you to make it change your mind or you'll get left behind. Yeah, if you roll it, can you please be quiet? Don't you advertise it, I'll be fine. I don't mind the way, these are brand new tires. In too deep, way too much at stake. They like holy cow, honestly. The ones who get attached will never hold you down. They disappear when you need them most. You won't never find them. I apologize like 1,000 times. Didn't mean nothing by it for what it's worth. I just hope you know I tried to make it work. If I retire, God supplying on my knees like Andrew Bynum.
We don't die, we just multiply. X gon' mark the spot after 9s when we come alive. Just like Autobots, move around, ain't no time to watch. We all on the clock, is you down? We just tryna get this green before it stops. Just shut up, you can't talk to me unless it's satisfying. I ain't lying, every word you heard me speak, I'm really about it. You a liar, money isn't everything, I don't buy it. Just an hour, promise I'll be ready, let me take a shower. No, man, I can't be no stain. My feet way too clean, brand new things with the same old people. I done switch no teams, telling me that money isn't everything. What you mean? When I die, I'ma go to heaven in a limousine. Ride around town on my high horse, acting like I'm the reason I'm born, acting like I can't be touched, acting like I can't be torched. Playing with my soul like it's a sport.
My feet way too clean, brand new things with the same old people. I didn't switch no teams, this for real, this ain't make-believe. But I guarantee you to make it change your mind or you'll get left behind. Yeah, no, man, I can't be no stain. My feet way too clean, brand new things with with the same old people. I done switched no teams, this for real, this ain't make-believe. But I guarantee it'll make you change your mind or you'll get left behind. Yeah, no, man, I can't be no stain. I feel way too clean, brand new things with the same old people. I done switched no teams, this for real, this ain't make-believe. But I guarantee it'll make you change your mind or you'll get left behind. Yeah, no, man, I can't be no stain. I feel way too clean, brand new things with the same old people. I done switched no teams, this for real, this ain't make-believe. But I guarantee it'll make you change your mind or you'll get left behind, yeah.
Yes, it's DJ Wado. It's the Wado Radio Show. It's more than music. It's ministry, of course, man. Yo, I have to start the show with this. Kanye West meeting with Donald Trump. Listen, man. Like, a lot of people are throwing around opinions about Kanye. Some people think, his mental stability or mental health is not really in a good place. Some people have said he's trolling. Some people have said, he's basically totally sold out and he's just trying to get power and all this stuff. And I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, man. I really don't know. I was a huge Kanye West fan when he first came out. I actually went to his very first concert in New York City. He was playing at a venue called SOBs, which holds 300 people. This was before the college dropout. So I've followed him literally since the beginning. And I don't know, it's just, he's kind of entered that space where I never really know when to take him seriously anymore. You know what I mean? And I remember one of Jay Given's first projects was Pray for Kanye, one of his first mixtapes. I can't remember if that was actually his first or not, but it was one of the first that I heard, and I kind of heard it after LV Envy came out. I kind of went back and listened to his catalog. So if I had the timing on this wrong, I apologize. But I really think that's what we need to do. Like, anytime you see, someone making these types of statements and just drastic changes, whether you agree with them or not, I'm not even getting into that. But just when you see people change like this, and it doesn't appear to be an evolution, you got to pray for that person, particularly, even if it's someone but yeah, pray for them, man, because you really never know what's going on with a person unless they tell you, or you're in their life and you can really observe their day to day. Like, you don't know. And that's kind of the space I'm in, man. Listen, we got a full show today. Interviews with Beleaf and V-Rose coming up. Obviously, I'm hopping on the ones and twos. Yo, I want to touch on this Jimmy Butler situation with the Minnesota Timberwolves. I gotta talk a little sports, so that's coming up. So I'm here, Wado Radio.
I was 17, watching Ye do his thing, learning how to be open. I was writing songs about a woman that I love. She's the sister of a close friend. And if there's one thing they ain't taught me, I swear I carry this. Money does a lot, but be honest with the people, it's a gift. College dropout helped me never to become one. I knew I had to make a way and juke that damn diploma. I got choices now, they just said that's the wrong one. They ain't never heard Jesus walks, had some faith in someone. Ooh, baby girl, you can be my Kim K too. Get my life together, understand my point of view. Have the world walk a couple miles in my shoes. Tell it how it is and let the honest truth ring true. I guess I gotta learn to love to come up. You know how many times I had a show and you ain't show up. Guess I gotta learn to love to come up. Tell them how I feel, watch the numbers, take the charts and run up. I feel like Kanye on my come up. I feel like Kanye on my come up. I feel like Kanye on my come up. Tell them how I feel, watch the numbers go and run up.
If your job is inspiration, you have to keep pushing that at all costs. Because you never know who's going to be inspired by that. And a lot of the reason why I'm successful now is because the people who work with me now grew up on a college dropout. You know, I could be vilified or misunderstood I didn't come here to be liked. I came here to make a difference.
I just give 'em what I witness. This new workout plan to fitness. Mr. Westerly ain't finished. Know to be about my business. This ain't nothing brand new. Hustle, love what you do. Feel a part of a few. From a music surely grew. Even try respecting wishes. I was dreaming, washing dishes. Not afraid to lose a fist fight. I was out to get some stitches. Out of politics he knew. Finding out with my crew. Figure out what to do. Yeah, this summer's been so cool. I guess I gotta learn to love to come up. You know how many times I had a show and you ain't show up. Guess I gotta learn to love to come up. Tell 'em how I feel, watch the numbers, take the charts and run up. I feel like Kanye on my come up. I feel like Kanye on my come up. I feel like Kanye on my come up. Tell 'em how I feel, watch the numbers go and run up.
None of this was about me having like a bigger house, a faster Lamborghini. Like, it wasn't about that. It was about these kids having a moment to be themselves, to be a stronger version of themselves. I make this stuff to empower people.
I refuse to follow those rules that society has set up in the way that they control people with low self-esteem, with improper information, with branding, with marketing. I refuse to follow those rules. It's about truth, it's about information, it's about awesomeness, and the only luxury is time. It's time.
He's focused. It's DJ Wade-O going in for Jesus.
Look, didn't I settle down with one and get faithful? When I had options, your boy had a plate full. Didn't I go on TV and wear grateful? Instead of that, Gucci Ray gotta get paid too. Didn't I talk about my faith in God when it was unpopular? Everybody was hating. Chance went and did it, now it's so innovative. And y'all trying to tell me I'm changing? Sick. To throw a touchdown, you gotta throw a few interceptions. And nobody perfect, oh, but you the exception, huh? Didn't I give you everything? Didn't I? Didn't I give you everything? Didn't I? I tried my best just to be a man.
I really didn't want to do this, you know.
I tried my best just to be a man.
Wordplay was in the studio and he told me I had to. Didn't I? Hit the road, never took a dime. Made beats for your albums, ghostwriting all your rhymes, Didn't I scream 116? Unashamed of my faith, taking worldwide trips. Didn't I? When the Grammys talk about my God, left it all on the line while they called me fraud. Didn't I stay quiet? Didn't I play shy? Where you bash me in public, you think I play shy? Didn't I? Sit and watch, I ain't no cop. When they stole from me for the nice things they cop. See your friends at the party, I ain't blow your spot. When they ask about you, I tell them you doing alright. Didn't I go home to wife and kids when the IG models in my DM slid? Didn't I wake up every day and handle my biz? Why they trying to crucify me for all my sins? To throw a touchdown, you gotta throw a few interceptions. And nobody's perfect, oh, but you the exception.
Didn't I give you everything? Didn't I? Didn't I give you everything? Didn't I? I tried my best just to be a man. Didn't I? I tried my best just to be a man. Didn't I?
That's right. That's right, boys and girls. You're all Kool-Aid men. You saw the track, you said, oh yeah. You all won the lottery, congratulations. If everybody got $1, who's rich? I got bills. No money, no problems. Nah, keep it running, I'm gonna keep going. I got a lot of steam in here, I'm gonna let off. You got a wrinkled shirt, put me by it. I got a lot of steam. Sell out. You guys throw that word around like a beach ball at a music festival. I told you when you all looked at us like we were the guy on the bicycles doing the hand signals nobody cares about. I'm wildin'.
Wade-O Radio. I turned the TV on this morning, and they was talking about Colin Kaepernick. I got up, put my Nike shoes on, left to run up a check. Yeah, it's really real out here.
I want a piece of the pie. I want a piece of the pie. I want a piece of the pie. Yeah. Surfboard. Saw me dipping and dodging them hollow heaters. Bald heads blasting like alopecia. I just moved out the hood, but the streets is in me. My family is proud, but the pocket's penny. My brother hard and keep rockets up. His baby got blasted, he acting up. Them bullets like wilders without the muzzle. Now her headpiece is missing, can't fix the puzzle. Been in this since 6th grade, waves deep. I grew up on Biscayne. Pay me or getting this 6 fade. God bless, but still catch a quick fade. That's just how it works. Big knots, pray at night, yeah. Old hood, paid the price, yeah. Same guy, same stripes, yeah. Same bark, same bite. This for the realest alive. That money can't look in your eyes. I bet $1 million you rock with them guys. Cooking the dope, but I smell a divide. This ain't no regular job. My homies had 9s and 5s. All of that faking don't come in my size. I want a piece of the pie. This for the realest alive. Yeah. This for the realest alive. Yeah. This for the realest alive. I want a piece of the pie. The way come White House by the beach. I told her pull up, I preach. Don't need a mention, a house full of geeks. Tech savvy, don't trigger a beef. Love God and still bang on you. Dominique through the lane on you. Carry the peace, keep the pain off you. Or carry the peace, keep the feds watching. It's a leak. She said, is that you or the sea? I said, I'm not sorry, I'm me. God made me darker, the berry is sweet, but ain't nothing sweet. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like in Gina, I'm more in the pound. Don't like the visa, I'm more in the cash. Then for the realest, your life in his hands. Pray you get filled with more than that lead. This for the realest alive. That money can't look in your eyes. I bet $1 million you rock with them guys. Cooking the dope, but I smell a divide. This ain't no regular job. My homies had 9s and 5s. All of that faking don't come in my size. I want a piece of the pie. This for the realest alive. Yeah. This for the realest alive. Yeah. This for the realest alive. Saw me dipping and dodging them hollow heaters. Bald heads blasting like alopecia. I just moved out the hood, but the streets is in me. My family is proud, but the pocket's penny. My brother hard and keep rockets up. His baby got blasted, he acting up. Them bullets like wilders without the muzzle. Now her headpiece is missing, can't fix the puzzle. I want a piece of the pie. I want a piece of the pie.
Yes, it's DJ Wado. It is the Wado Radio Show. It's more than music, it's ministry, man. Listen, if you go on my Instagram right now, I've posted a video, and I actually got this from my man Dwight Stone's Instagram feed, and Alicia Keys have posted it as well. But basically, it is what appears to be a man up on a mountain, and he comes down this like ramp. He's walking down this ramp on the mountain. He actually starts running down the ramp, and then he hang glides out. And the mountain is so high up, it's literally above the clouds. Like, he's literally flying above the clouds. And the video shows him like flying off, you know, like into the distance. You know what I mean? And it appears to be nowhere for this man to land. And the caption that I posted underneath this video was, I just asked the Lord to give me this kind of faith. Where I'm trying to go may require this kind of move. And I just want to encourage somebody today that sometimes there's things that we have to do in life that God is asking us to do, moves that he's asking us to make. And you feel like, man, I don't know where this is going to end up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to successfully complete this. I don't know where I'm going to land. Okay. And the faith required to make that move, you may feel like it's not in you. And you know what? That's okay. Maybe it's not in you. But we can always go to the Father and even ask him for the faith to make a move. You know you need to make a move. You know you need to do something. You know you need to take things to the next level. You know you need to step out and start that business or enter that program, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know there's something in your life where you need to take a step forward and you're afraid. And that's okay. Just ask the Lord to give you the faith to move forward. Ask him to guide you. Ask the Holy Spirit to come alongside you so that you can make that move. You can step out, off the side of that mountain and hang glide out into the horizon, not knowing where you're going to land. 11 years ago, it's almost 12 years now, I started Wado Radio with that in mind. I had no idea where this thing was going to go. I had no idea. I didn't even know 5% of what I know about the music industry now, or Christian hip hop, or any of these things. And fam, I've just been hang gliding out, and it's been bumpy at times. Sometimes the wind has come and knocked me off course, and I've tried to glide to get back on course. And the Lord has allowed me to do so. But I just want to encourage somebody, if you ask God for that faith, you ask him for that faith, ask him for that measure of faith, ask him to help you. Be honest, say, Lord, I know I can't do this on my own. Come alongside me. We got your back, fam. Wait already.
Yeah, Hollywood in the hills. You inked up signing all the deals, and life's so crazy like you're Martin. And I know you probably wake up like Beyonce. Yeah, you wake up feeling good as you should. Your life's good, grip the club, Tiger Woods. Yeah, I know, you know that everybody wants to pay souls. Let's go, stand you get up in the morning, where you going? Got places to go for the moment. Chasing all your goals, yeah, you own it. Yeah, I know, you say I got all my life to live, and yeah, I got all my love to give, but it ain't promised to you, no. Tomorrow's not promised to you, no, tomorrow's not promised to you, so you better get right, You've been gone for a minute, yeah, you winning, and you out here getting litty, but you better get right, Wait, I ain't heard from you, it's been a cool minute. Been trying to hit you up, you turning the doses. You don't really want nothing to do with me. You riding with no roof, they calling you ruthless. Hold up, wait, but you know what you doing. It's never too late, the relationship ain't ruined. Cause when it come back, you don't wanna get left. No, you're climbing up that ladder, but he ordered your steps, and he's calling for you. Don't let the moment pass ya, no. But you say I know. Said I got all my life to live. Yeah, I got all my love to give, but it ain't promised to you, no. Tomorrow's not promised to you, no. Tomorrow's not promised to you, so you better get right. You've been gone for a minute, yeah, you winning, and you out here getting litty, but you better get right. Calling. It's calling your name, do you hear what it's saying? It's steady calling your name, what are you saying? Said tomorrow's not promised to you, no, not promised to you. You better get right. Oh, tomorrow's not promised to you. Tomorrow's not promised to you, no. You better get right. Yeah. Alright. Jordan, yeah. Jordan, yeah. Woo.
You're listening to a Man of God production.
And that's real.
M-O-G. Miss one episode, you miss a lot.
This Welcome to America remix, DJ Promote. Yeah, bruh.
Hey, don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm rapping now. Welcome to America.
to America.
So I'm going on tour with my homie Seven on the Mob tour. I'm going to be on the East Coast leg of the tour. I ended the mix with that song. One is true. You know what I mean? Like, we should really be willing to give our whole lives to the Lord.
Check out episode
536, Wade-O on tour.
Visit WadeORadio.com to stream and download previous episodes and interviews. Cop the Wade-O Radio mobile app or subscribe to our podcast.
WadeORadio.com.
The Word. We're on constant attack from the enemy. That's why it's important to stay in the Word so you're alert and ready.
You should be reading your Bible. Reading your Bible.
A reminder from Wade-O Radio.
7 and Hog Mob Ministries presents the Mob Tour, Ministry Over Business. That's right, Hog Mob is going coast to coast, hitting 19 cities.
Yeah, we riding like a roller coaster. Catch a body for the body. Let me Holy Ghost you. Salute.
Live music and much more. Every event is absolutely free. VIP packages are available. To RSVP or to purchase your VIP package, hit that hogmob.com.
I flip like a scissor kick, so ridiculous the fire pit licks and it sizzle spit. So try to predict what my Fahrenheit is. Plus, I'm sick and I'm blind like a virus on a pair of pilots that are straight.
And be clear, Hog Mob is also shooting a movie during the tour. That's right, a movie. Come be a part of history in the making. It's the Mob Tour, Ministry Over Business. Visit hogmob.com to RSVP or to purchase VIP tickets.
Everybody lends an ear. I want to thank you in advance for letting us make it clear to y'all on the Wade-O Radio Show.
Put your hands in the air for Kanye.
Long live the champion.
Arriba, campeón.
Yeah, Southside, Southside. Arriba, campeón. Oh yeah. Sigue luchando, campeón. Singing my song. Arriba, campeón. Arriba, campeón. Long live the champion.
I do it for the culture, I take it global. I've been moreno, papi loco since 8-8. I like dance on the low, it's in my torso. I got fire like some cultures, get in my ojos. Okay, we don't walk away in my go day, no way am I gon' leave. Oh no, not today, do not behave when blood is on the lead. Weep before you speak, think before you eat. How you love a country food more than its people, cause I think you hide behind your politics. Yeah. You do not want answers, you want arguments. Okay, yes, I love the kingdom more than I love my nation. Yeah, yes, I love my neighbor more than I love his papers. Okay, stop, still alive. We thrive, we do not die. Coming live from the Citadel, I was made alive in the nigga fell when Washington fell, still hit a Denzel. Love, till we live well, we gon' play the role real well.
Levanta tu cabeza y sigue caminando. La esperanza sigue viva.
Long live the champion.
Y hay que seguir luchando.
Arriba, campeón.
One time for the Southside. Arriba, campeón. Oh yeah. Sigue luchando, campeón. Singing my song. Arriba, campeón. Arriba, campeón.
Y así se unió con el KB, buscando mi sortija como KD. Un saludo a los boricuas en el Navy. Representaron latinos, hizo KB. Nos hicimos bajo el sol, baños de sudor. Laboramos todos los días aunque hubo dolor. Lo negativo no nos mata, nos hace mejor. Nuestra fuerza no depende del alrededor. Oh, Cuba, Chile, Nicaragua, Argentina y Bolivia. Latinos somos ya familia, unidos como nos dice la Biblia. Quiero que la gente me suba las manos bien altas para el techo. Y si tú eres latino y no te avergüenzas, pues date 2 puños bien duros para el pecho.
I done met the bravest, what they still sing when they living through the anguish. Never be famous when you got a smile for your kids when you know that they in danger. You feel anger, Puerto Rico, many bodies never claimed it. And when you look into your neighbor and you get hatred, but they be back on vacation. But the people still make it, they will never break it. Cause we're dealing on with the grace here, being amazed here. It's been a couple days here, see the courageous people that
said you don't want to migrate, yeah, probably really want to have the gospel for the nations. Cause I see sheep when you say your heart's full, homie, I see eat. When I see weak, I pray to God, I see me. Compton. One time for the south side. Arriba, campeón. Oh yeah. Arriba, campeón. Singing my song. Arriba, campeón. Arriba, campeón. Arriba, campeón. One time for the south side. Arriba, campeón. Oh yeah. Arriba, campeón. Singing my song. Arriba, campeón. Arriba, campeón. Only the champions.
We wanna live, let the light in. I know that you're tired, mommy, you're a fighter. Yeah, we just wanna live, I cannot forget. As long as I live, I'll be standing right here. We just wanna live, let the light in. Oh, he's alive, you were not forgotten. Yeah, we just wanna live, let the light in. Trouble won't last, but the word will, baby, we just gotta live. Keep the head high, hold on to the promise. Baby, for the kids, show what love is. Come on, we can the broken. Our God is, oh, we just wanna live. Let it rock on it. Hey. Come on, we can the broken.
Wow. Yes, DJ Wado, I'm here. It's the Wado Radio Show. It's more than music. It's ministry. Okay, I know my NBA fans have heard about this. I just want to share some thoughts, man. Jimmy Butler, for those of you who don't know, he's one of the probably 15 best players in the NBA, definitely top 20. Plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He requested a trade publicly over the summer, but in recent days, he has reiterated that 4 days after the regular season last year, he basically, or 4 days after their season ended, so that would be around May, he requested a trade. Team hasn't traded him yet. So the other day, you know, and he was holding out. He's been holding out. There's been all types of trade rumors in the news, you know, and he hasn't really been to camp. So he comes into training camp. You know, NBA season starts in a few days. He comes into training camp and he subs himself in to a practice. And he plays with the third string. Like, these are dudes that may not even make the team. And he's playing against the starters. Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, Derrick Rose, Jeff Teague, Taj Gibson. And he gives them the business. He gives them work. And, you know, he said in an interview with Rachel Nichols that he doesn't see himself as the best player on the team. He thinks, well, he doesn't see himself as the most talented. He said Karl Anthony Towns is the most talented. Andrew Wiggins has the most God-given ability. But he says, yo, I play the hardest, right? Here's what I'm saying, fam. Here's what I'm saying. Sometimes the person with the most natural ability, the most gifting, the most talent, the most skill isn't actually the best at what they do. It's the person who works the hardest. I try to tell my kids this all the time. Sometimes if you are willing to just flat out outwork people, you can be more successful than the person who has more talent than you simply because you're willing to work harder. And this whole situation with Jimmy Butler is a testament to that. You know what I mean? Like, he's just willing to go out and grind and do the dirty work and do what it takes to win. And, you know, he wasn't a top draft pick when he came into the league. He worked himself into being a star. He spent time in the gym in the summers working on his body, shooting his jump shot. You know what I mean? And family, as believers, as Christians, come on, man. Imagine what you can do the harder you work alongside the power of the Holy Spirit. Come on, somebody. Wado Radio.
Yeah, it's January 31st, I'm in a 97 Volvo, cruising down the street with my ace young Ricardo, walking the grocery store, our skin got us cursed, getting weird looks, an old lady clenched her purse. Lady, I don't want your bag, I'm too focused on mine. Instead of being offended, I'm just used to it by now. So we rode out of the store, straight to the dealership, caught the brand new BM dub, and I'm feeling it, we put that thing in drive. I'm just living life for my God, but this life make me feely like I'm Allen with the rock. When I came out, my mama already had a different fight, an hour with the whip, and all I see is blue blue lights. Officer, what's the problem? License and registration. All these saw was a black boy living and started hating. Martin ain't march for this, we still dreaming up in the basement. I know I got a plan, being patient, but we gon' make it live. We gon' make it to the promised land. We gon' make it to the promised land. Promised land, promised land. We gon' make it to the promised land. February 17th, young boy on his grind. He tryna level up, but he got too much on his mind. His mom hooked on drugs and his pop left at 9, so he left in his room with no food, just his rhymes. Next thing you know, young homie in the gang. Drunk every night, and last week he robbed the bank. Wrong crowd got my young boy going insane. Come back, young, and just come back to the dream. But my dude lost hope. He don't wanna hear no more quotes. Said if God love me, white got me on the roast. But my pops don't love me, want my mom on dope. Want my life in the world when I don't know if I can cope. Cause God testing your patience. Promise that you gon' make it. You gotta trust him to take it. The promised land is awakened. Jesus ain't died for this. We still dreaming up in the basement. I know I got a plan, being patient, boy. We gon' make it live. We gon' make it to the promised land. We gon' make it to the promised land. Promised land, promised land. We gon' make it to the promised land.
I know some of you are tired. I know some of you are weary. But I've got good news for you. There is a rest for the people of God. And that rest is the promised land. And I believe we're all gonna get there together.
We gon' make it to the promised land. We gon' make it to the promised land. Promised land, promised land. We gon' make it out. We gon' make it to the promised land. We gon' make it to the promised land. We gon' make it to the promised land. Promised land, promised land. We gon' make it to the promised land.
What's up, man? This is Canton Jones, K. Joe, and you're listening to the Wade-O Radio Show, where it's more than music, it's ministry, homie. Holla back.
Won't it do it? Won't it do it? Won't it, will it, won't it, won't it do it? Won't it, will it, won't it, won't it do it? Won't it, will it, won't it, won't it do it? Won't it, will it, won't it, won't it do it?
but he got me through it. His love, his grace and mercy. At one time the devil cursed me, I was drowning off in my mess, but the Lord, he came and saved me like a damsel in distress. Yeah, now we are living and now we are giving. Blessings applied to the ceiling. Anointed my head with oil. Now look at my cup, it is spilling. My sins, he picked up the billing. He got all my enemies chilling. He made a way, I won't forget the feeling. I'll do whatever, just ask me, I'm willing. Willing.
Want
DJ Wado says, this is something you need to hear.
They try to put me way down, but it ain't no way to keep me laying on the ground. We'll be okay. They tried to drag my name down, but I need no name. The name of God is written on me now. I got no shame, so yeah, look at me now. Victory, victory, victory. Tell them that I got the victory. Victory, victory, victory. Tell them that I got the victory. Victory, victory, victory. Tell them that I got the victory. Victory, victory, victory. Tell them that I got the victory.
Talk about kick a man while he's down. They huddled around me and they laughed at me and told each other, ain't you glad that he's down? My misfortunes made him mad happy. Beaten down and immobilized. They made bets and said I won't survive. Some were even wishing I would croak and die. But the joke is on them to be so surprised. Through it all, I kept my hope in God. In my brokenness, he drew me closer. I can hear him tell me I will vindicate you. Though they slander you, I will expose the lies. But then he told me, young soldier, rise. You'll fight again like the Cobra Kai. Now I'm so revived. And I'm back in my bag like I'm reaching for the leftover fries. I took shots like I was bad at boxing and pushed around like a man of my speed. Been the subject of the chat and gossip and had my back stabbed with daggers lodged in. So I started plotting my revenge, but I had to stop it, cause that's obnoxious. Scripture says, vengeance is the Lord's, for my enemies it will be catastrophic. They will all get to see and prepare a table where I'll sit and eat. I tell the squad to come sit with me. My father's chefing up a fricassee. We'll hear the stomachs of the wicked crowd. They will watch as we get the feast. We'll say grace and thank the Lord, then enjoy the sweet taste of victory.
Way down, but it ain't no way to keep me laying on the ground. We'll be okay. They tried to drag my name down, but I need no name. The name of God is written on me now. I got no shame, so yeah, look at me now. Victory, victory, victory. Tell them that I got the victory. Victory, victory, victory. Tell them that I got the victory. Victory, victory, victory. Tell them that I got the victory. Victory, victory, victory. Tell them that I got the victory. Told them I was out here winning. Winning, they ain't get it. I'm a warrior, my story, the Lord did it. For me and for the glory, the Lord get it. He get it. I won't bend, homie, no way. And if I do, then I won't pray. Some of these people so fake, but you already know it's no hate. I've been in heavy thought for the genre. I done seen plenty fall in the coffins. Trying to be demigods, keep rebelling. If ever God send a call, I'ma offer. Yeah. Real talk, if I did move on it, wouldn't be nothing you could do about it. God over money, boy, squad up. Running with the horse till I'm mob up. Feeling like you been the type to hate on any light, the tennis shine away. But be careful, cause this ain't pinning right to get you like a killer guy, don't play. You had it, you mad as the messenger. You bad, then you at the one sending them. Do that and you catching the plethora. Get your crew bad it, you catching too regular.
These haters pray that we will fade and cease. Laying stiff up in the great disease. We'll tell them haters that we saved the seat. Form front row up by the station C. It's fatally slated, be treated like baited meat. That's being true between gated teeth. Like some hungry lions stalking prey to eat. We'll attack the alphabet from A to Z. I used the gift the Savior gave to me to bring hell to havoc. A tornado rig, spitting major heat like the stuff of volcano leaks. My impact will leave craters deep. I pray that when I'm done and laid to sleep, they will say of me that I gave Satan grief. Then went to heaven with the W because the road to victory was paid for me.
Way down, but it ain't no way to keep me laying on the ground. We'll be okay. They tried to drag my name down, but I need no name. The name of God is written on me now. I got no shame, so yeah, look at me now. Victory, victory, victory. Tell them that I got the victory. Victory, victory, victory. Tell them that I got the victory. Victory, victory, victory. Tell them that I got the victory. Victory, victory, victory. Tell them that I got the victory. Let's go.
Yes, DJ Wado Radio Show, of course, is more than music, it's ministry. Listen, family, I went to see, and I rarely see these types of movies, but my kids dragged me to see this movie called Smallfoot the other day. I believe LeBron James produced it. He was actually in it doing voiceover work, and it's a very, very interesting movie. I don't want to give away the plot. In case you do want to go see it, I don't want to do that. But there's a scene in the movie where it's revealed that this entire town has been working under the false tense that they live in the mountain above the clouds, when in reality, there's a machine in the side of the mountain that they're all working on every day that produces smoke. And the smoke makes it look like clouds, right? And I saw that, and it just made me think about how many organizations, how many individuals, how many people just create smoke so that there's an illusion there of something that's not really there. This smoke was created so that there was like this divide between those who lived on the mountain and those who didn't, to almost kind of create like two separate worlds and evoke fear into the hearts and minds of people. And we have a lot of things in our society, even in some of our churches, unfortunately, that just create smoke to fit some type of an agenda that really has nothing to do with the reality of things. And I just want to encourage you and implore you to use your mind and do your own research. Don't just rely on, Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, New York Times. Like, I'm trying to cover the gamut of both conservative and liberal, publications. Like, do your research and read from multiple angles so that you can really get some understanding and understand what's going on in this world and in this society. Because there are a lot of people that are out here creating smoke, fam. There really are. Listen, again, if you just tuned in, I'm DJ Wado. You're listening to the Wado Radio Show. Next hour, we're going to be talking to both Beleaf and V-Rose in separate interviews. Got new music from V-Rose, so it's a lot brewing. I'm also hopping on these ones and twos in the third hour. So you know how I get down with that. So listen, man, we're here. Lots happening. But that's how we do it, man. Wado Radio Show.
You know that you basic if you ask me out through text. Inviting me to dinner, but you wanna split the check. Listen, you know that you basic if you never met his mama. He'll never make you wife because you come with too much drama. It's like Mary, 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 round and round we go. Mostly y'all be choosing random, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. The way they play you, I would think that you was on the radio. Some of y'all be on that bull and I ain't in the rodeos. Basic people always making mountain out of molehills. Yeah, your mouth so big that I can see all of your molars. Life is like a deck of cards, I'm throwing out the jokers. Always playing games, I know you salty, but I'm kosher, I promise. I know that you wish that we was dating, but I ain't got no time for no basics. So please don't call my phone if you a fake friend, cause basic people way too complicated. I ain't got no time for no basics. I ain't got no time for no basics. I ain't got no time for no basics. Basic people way too complicated. I ain't got no time for no basics. I ain't got no time for no basics. I ain't got no time for no basics. Basic people way too complicated. All in your emotions, texting me emojis, but when we out in public, then you act like you don't know me. And when you with the homies, you switching up the stories. You always acting fishy, so forget you like I'm Dory, bro. And she ain't really for you if she won't confront her issues. I think the problem is that we love to date potential. Everybody needs somebody else, but not just anybody. I don't want you on my team if wasting time is like a hobby. Oh yeah. I ain't got no time for no basics. Yeah. Basic people way too complicated. Yeah. Sometimes they your friends and say they got your back, and then you find the night, the very moment you look back, ain't got no time. I know that you wish that we was dating, but I ain't got no time for no basics. So please don't call my phone if you a fake friend, cause basic people way too complicated. I ain't got no time for no basics. I ain't got no time for no basics. I ain't got no time for no basics. Basic people way too complicated. I ain't got no time for no basics. I ain't got no time for no basics. I ain't got no time for no basics.
Yeah, looking at my pedigree. I just set 'em up. I was scared of peace. I would never trust. Now I got the recipe. For a better us. I'ma let it be. I'ma spread the love. Now I got no enemies. Now I got no enemies. Now I got no enemies. I ain't got no enemies. I ain't got no enemies. I ain't got no enemies. I'm a simple man. I think that we could change the world. I got a simple plan. Only props and no shots. I'm a gentleman. Homie, stop. All your ops live on Instagram. You ain't gotta pretend you got haters to make it. Yes, you do got exes, but they ain't little Satans. You don't have to go and hide your fate to be famous. Honesty and rap, I've been impatiently waiting. Look, I killed all my enemies so friends could come alive, and then I placed them in the tribe. I got a graveyard by my side. And I don't got the banger, got a saber in the ride. Cause even though I got the light, I look like Vader all my life. Used to fantasize while playing shady in the ride. Now I might get the cover of Fader if I try. I just blocked the next.
Miss one episode, you miss a lot.
That was new music from Datin. It's called CHH Is Not Dead. A lot of people have been talking about this record this week. A lot of people have asked me my opinion about this record.
Support us. If you think that CHH is dead, you either snort dust or you're nuts. We about our father's business. Don't ignore us. We here.
Obviously, there's so much in this song that I agree with. Like, so much. The challenge is songs like this can be divisive.
God get the glow, yeah, yeah. God brought me out. God brought me out. Yeah. God get the glow. God.
And here's the reality of it, man. Every test that God puts in front of you, you got to look at it as an opportunity for there to be a...
Check out episode
535. CHH ain't dead. It just needs a new narrative.
Visit WadeORadio.com to stream and download previous episodes and interviews. Cop the Wade O Radio mobile app or subscribe to our podcast.
WadeORadio.com.
7 and Hog Mob Ministries presents the Mob Tour, Ministry Over Business. That's right, Hog Mob is going coast to coast, hitting 19 cities.
Yeah, we riding like a roller coaster. Catch a body for the body. Let me Holy Ghost you. Salute.
Live music and much more. Every event is absolutely free. VIP packages are available. To RSVP or to purchase your VIP package, hit that hogmob.com.
I flip like a scissor kick, so ridiculous the fire pit licks and it sizzle spit. So try to predict what my Fahrenheit is. Plus, I'm sick and I'm fly like a virus on a pair of pilots that are straight.
And be clear, Hog Mob is also shooting a movie during the tour. That's right, a movie. Come be a part of history in the making. It's the Mob Tour, Ministry Over Business. Visit hogmob.com to RSVP or to purchase VIP tickets.
Everybody lends an ear. I want to thank you in advance for letting us make it clear to y'all on the Wade O Radio Show.
Hey, I'm just gonna act surprised like everybody else.
Camden got the sauce, yeah.
We did it. I knew we could. Yeah, thank God we did it. I knew we could. Hey, guess what? We did it. I'm feeling good. It's time to get it and feed the hood. Oh yeah, we did it. I knew we could. Nah, for real. We ball for real. Can't fall for real. Up so long, got folk thinking I'm tall for real. I give the spill, then break the mill. Used to walk around with a big old head, little bill. Here we go now, oh my. On the road like roll tight, but I'm with them bulldogs. They been here the whole time. How can I just cross sides? Never gonna get off sides. Making power moves together, no electric slide. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Need a mop, I'm dripping fluid. Why the world so sharp, we know it. On the track like Carl Lewis. Think about that Wonderland. Made it out of Afghanistan. Don't want no smoke with us. Cause they might get second hand. Whoa, we did it. I knew we could. Yeah, thank God we did it. I knew we could. Hey, guess what?
need a couple bands. I'm out here working while you posting on the ground. I don't need no one to tell me what I am. I just wing it and it still follow the plan. Got it me, I don't lose. I got things I'ma do. I don't need no excuse. They gon' copy the flow like Kinko's. I'm not green to the game like CeeLo. Just my team didn't need no cheat code. I'ma go back to my people like we did it.
I knew we could. Yeah, thank God we did it. I knew we could. Hey, guess what? We did it. I'm feeling good. It's time to get it and feed the hood. Oh yeah, we did it. I knew we could. Nah, for real.
DJ Wado, I'm here with V Rose.
Hey, well, thank you. What's up?
How you doing, sis?
I'm good. Staying out the rain.
Yeah.
It's like literally raining right now. What is this? It feels like nighttime already.
I know. This Chicago weather be.
Yeah, I heard. Somebody's
it's
like, welcome to Chicago. Sorry for the rain.
Yeah, it be up and down. So what's been going on with you, V?
So,
I feel like it's been so long since we've talked.
I know, since Young Dangerous Heart.
Yeah.
Came out, so a few years.
Yeah.
I haven't released music in 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, I just released a single.
Yeah, you just put the single out.
But a lot has happened. I went through a really big transition. I'm independent now, so I think that's the biggest thing.
Yep.
And now I'm sort of figuring out how I'm gonna do everything.
Yeah.
And that's by choice, you know.
Yeah.
I could go definitely rock with another label, but I think for now I really want to like learn the things I don't know.
Yeah.
And, you know, fight through those struggles to become stronger as an artist, as a businesswoman.
Yeah.
So that's like literally what I've been doing, especially like this year, just like, you know, I got friends sort of helping me, giving me advice and stuff, so that's cool. And there's a lot of people that reached out immediately when they found out I was independent, because I really didn't put a statement or nothing out yet.
I mean, you kind of mentioned it in passing the other day.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wanted to say something. I was just like, dang, man, maybe I missed it. And
No, you didn't miss it. I just didn't feel like, I don't know, publicizing it. I think I just wanted to like, really, I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Even like style-wise, because I had a lot of music that I had worked on and was ready to put out, and then was just like, man, I don't know if this is really what I want to do. Like, let me, like, really, I'm just trying to be, at the core, just be myself.
Yeah.
And go back to like who I was when I started, because, you know, when you start working with a lot of people tell you who you are.
Yeah.
And even though you know that's going to happen and you try your best to avoid that happening or saying, well, people aren't going to change me, it's still just like subconsciously it happens. And I went from sending my music out to tons of people that are listening to it and saying, well, I think you should do this, well, you know, so I, you know, now I sat back and was like, well, who am I for real? And I think that's where I'm at, is like, what do I like? What do I feel? Obviously, what do I have to say? And then, like, what does that look like? So it's really just, it's like a new me, but it's like the old me. It's like the new old me. So I'm getting ready to put out more stuff, but.
Yeah, I mean, I've told you this before, and I really mean it. Like, you are one of the best songwriters.
Dang.
I really feel that. Like, your pen is
that's
like
a huge compliment. Yeah.
Your pen is unmatched.
I work on it, man. Like, I study a lot of artists, a lot of writers. Where I come from, writing is a big deal. Like, in, you know, the Bay Area, writing your own stuff. And I don't think I really realized that until I started traveling, how much different cultures are. And I didn't realize the Bay Area even had its own culture until then. And now I see it.
So you were just in it.
Because you're just in it. You don't know. And so I started studying. I study a lot of the Bay Area artists that we have now, even local artists, just because the style's so fresh, so new.
Yeah.
So I definitely think it just comes from, you know, where I grew up and stuff. But that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Now it's interesting to even hear you talk about, you know, where you gonna see yourself musically. Like I feel like because of your background, like I know you did, you know, you've done praise and worship in churches and all that stuff. You could do pop music, you could do gospel music if you wanted to, you could do hip hop. You like, I'm just like, just do all of it, V.
I know. I think
just do all of it.
I think people have witnessed that though, like me trying to figure out, and people trying to help me figure out, because people will always come along and say, "Oh, well, you need to be this lane," and I've battled with that. Like I had somebody tell me, Mary's manager was like, "You need to go gospel," and I was just like, "I don't think so," you know, like. I don't know, and I think
kill it. You could. Here's the thing. You could do all of it.
Yeah, and I think that's what I'm trying to do. Is like today I feel pop.
You know? Pop today.
Today I feel hip hop. Today gospel is at my roots. That's what I grew up listening to. I didn't even know there were other genres when I was growing up. I was very sheltered. I thought gospel was music. To be honest, so, you know, that's like where my roots are really at.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
It is hilarious because when I found R&B, I was like, oh, they're copying them. Oh, that makes so much sense. I thought gospel was so cool, you know?
Oh my God.
So, but I think it's a blessing to be a versatile artist like that. Yeah. And I don't look at it the opposite, like I'm confused. I don't feel confused. I just feel like my albums have showcased me doing some worship stuff and gospel, even on my first record, to pop, to hip hop, and tons of people call me a rapper. That still always is like weird because I'm not, but people argue.
I think that's because of your time with Clear Sight.
Yeah, maybe. Even though they're not a hip hop label.
I know.
They battle with that, you know.
But it's Flame, you know what I mean?
It's Flame, of course. You know, I definitely learned a lot from him, just even writing with him and stuff.
Yeah.
I've definitely gleaned from his style.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I think too, I write like a rapper. Even like now, I would say like now I do, when I write, kind of write like, I don't know, the way I put words together, so I can see how people think that it's fast. It's a lot of words. It's even the content, you know, talking about your experience and stuff you've gone through, and it's just like real, fresh, vulnerable lyrics.
So you might as well just do this CHH album, V.
If I came out straight up rapping, I would laugh with everybody else. So it would just be, But I like what I'm doing. You know, I feel most comfortable now. Even the stuff that I haven't released, stuff that I'm working on, I don't feel restrained, you know, and I don't feel like CHH when I first got into the hip hop side of things. I don't know if it was like this unspoken list of things you really shouldn't do or say. And that was just always there. So you're like, you know, it's a good thing to try not to offend people. And I'm very aware of that. And I'm very aware of my fan base, that they're younger and they're also older. So that's something that I have to like keep in mind when I'm writing. Yeah. But I think now I'm more so just like, this is something I've really dealt with, or this is something, you know, I don't want to feel like I have to protect people from my story. Like it's this stuff really happened to me, or, you know, so I think that's where I'm going, and whatever I feel, that's what I want to put out. So it's going to be fresh. Like it's going to be something like I have a title, a working title that actually a friend of mine gave to me. And I think I'm going to call the album Pause. Because, and you know, he was saying like when people listen to it, because, you know, he knows me and my story. When people listen to stuff that you really gone through, they're going to have to pause and be like, wait, like we didn't really know you for real until now.
Wow.
And I don't know, like I spent over a year trying to think of a title. I have a list, like if anybody needs an album title, like
you got it.
I got so many.
Coffee Rose.
They're just not for me.
Yeah.
But that just resonated with me, so I think that for right now is my working title for the album that I'm working on.
Yeah.
DJ Wado says, "This is something you need to hear."
SOS, 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 I'm not okay. Don't know what to say. Don't you hear me pray? SOS, 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 I'm not okay. I don't wanna sing, so I'll send another prayer. Up a signal, coming up for air again, shooting off a flare again. You hear me, you're na-na-na, Jamaica, ma-ma-ma-ma. I'm praying for land again, with all of my hair in hand. Really, that's word to the faith that I lost, to the way that I was lost. You died on the cross, and there I was trying to play the boss. Like, can't you bless all my moves? Can't you make all my moves move? That's how you lose. SOS, 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 I'm not okay. Don't know what to say. Don't you hear me pray? SOS, 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 I'm not okay. I don't wanna sing, so I'll send another prayer. Calling your name. I guess I was thinking maybe that I had some say in how you was saving me. Silent, but you still stay with me. And I see now how you was changing me. Cause I sent my distress, and those waves were the test. Cause I needed to wreck, I needed to wreck. And you needed me to know that I ain't rowing the boat, and I'm not running the show, and I needed to grow. You don't know what you'll be missing when you don't listen. When you don't listen, you don't know what you'll be missing when you don't listen. SOS, 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 SOS. Signal my distress. SOS, 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 I'm not okay. Don't know what to say. Don't you hear me pray? SOS, 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 I'm not okay. I don't wanna sing, so I'll send another prayer.
DJ Wado, I'm here with V Rose.
Hey, thank you. What's up?
How you doing, sis?
I'm good. I'm good.
I mean, you know, what's dope is I was talking to young Noah about this the other day, and he was just, you know, he was mentioning a lot of the stuff that he was doing, and it's just like, yo, you know, you saying, hey, I haven't put out music in 2 years, and you're still able to tour, like that is a blessing.
It is. It is like. Man,
but that's also a testament to you put a lot of work in, man. Like, you put a lot of work in, a lot of records, a lot of You laid a lot of groundwork.
Yeah,
you know?
It's a blessing. Like, man, when I was growing up, I used to imagine doing this, like interviews, like shows, like, you know, I didn't really think about the fans, believe it or not. I never really thought about the people. I couldn't see the people that would listen to my music, but I knew that I would be touring, telling people about Jesus through my music, singing. And to like still be doing this now and like to be doing it for real, it just like blows my mind sometimes when I think back about it. And I think like, you know, to be able to tour, like it is a blessing. Like it's a miracle. I don't know how it happens. Like people just wake up and they're like, Spotify, they hit me up, you know, and they're listening to my stuff. And I think it's just because what I'm saying comes from a real place and people are dealing with the same stuff that I've dealt with and I'm dealing with. And so it's a blessing just to be able to like go to these cities, to meet these young people, to pray with them. Like a lot of times I love to be able to do that afterwards, just to like, you know, meet up with these people at the merch table. And some people are like, I need prayer. And I'm like, let's go, you know, because ultimately for me, that's what it's about. I want to reach people at the core. And that's why I like, the smaller venues, to be honest, where I can literally reach out and touch people. I hate when they make a move back and you can't feel the people, because to me, that's what it's about. Like, I can feel everybody in the room, and I want to be able to, like, God has something for them to give to them. And, that's why I do this. That's really what keeps me going, because I'm almost burnt out. I mean, I think every artist goes through this period where it's like, you got to reevaluate, like, why am I doing this? Why do I do this? Or, like, you see so much that is, like, heartbreaking, where there's, like, in the industry or, like, other artists or other people that you know personally, and it can just throw you off. And it, like, removes the mask of what you thought was real, and now you seeing what's really real. And it can hurt you, and I went through that, and I was just like, I just started to see so much that I wasn't okay with. Yeah. And I was like, what is this, So I had to go back and be like, okay, why did I start this? Because I started writing songs when I was 8 years old. And I had to go back and remember that girl and that mindset, like, nobody was pushing me. Nobody was trying to sign me at 8. Nobody was, telling me what to say, telling me who to talk to. Like, why was she doing this? Did she want to say? And that's really what saved me, is like, I started doing this because God inspired me. Yep. And I would go to the Christian bookstores with my parents and try to find music to listen to, and I couldn't find anything that was like, that I could relate to. Yeah. Anything. And so I was like, well, that must mean that I need to write this stuff. Yep. And so that's really what was, I just had this epiphany. Like, I'm excited. I'm going to go home. I'm going to talk about the stuff that an 8-year-old's going through, growing up in church, or, growing up with 6 brothers, or just whatever was on my heart, still write the same way today. And so that's what saved me. That's why I feel like I've got it back, and I took those 2 years just writing songs, working with industry writers and stuff like that. And I was just like, this isn't me. This isn't why I started this. So
is that why you left the label?
Well, in pop, they actually sold their catalog, so they own like Newsboys catalog and stuff like that.
I got you.
And they didn't want to be a label anymore, or whoever was buying it didn't want to be a label. And I saw it as a really good opportunity, because I was really feeling like I wanted to go this way anyway, and I was running into like issues in the middle of renegotiating my deal with them anyway, because there was a lot of stuff I wanted to do that I couldn't do. So it was a blessing, because it was like the perfect time for me to, beginning of the year, and literally the beginning of this year, before I found out, I spent a week in my room writing, and I just wrote like every single day, all day long, sun up to sundown. Wrote so many songs, and then I found out that was happening, and I was like, man, God, no wonder that you had inspired me to do that. Like, I think God was just showing me, like, you don't need other people. Like, I've given you everything you already need to write, to say,
That's deep, because you have, like, I'm as you're telling this, I'm thinking about your story. I'm like, you have always been a part of something.
Yeah.
Since we knew you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It obviously it's in pop. It was Clear Sight. Mm-hmm. Before that, it was you and Spec
House.
Yeah.
So this is the first time in my career that I've ever been independent since I was 17.
Wow.
So it's a big deal. There's a lot of fear that I've faced this year. Sure. Of just like, can I do this? Should I do this? And I've got some friends that are really like helping inspire me.
Yeah, you can do it. You can definitely. I mean, listen.
I'm seeing that. Yeah, and I got my own studio together and just sitting down writing every day. But I think it's such a good.
The little stuff like that.
It's a growing experience.
That's the thing. It's the little stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a growing experience, because it's like when I wake up, I'm like, if I don't get to work, nobody's emailing me.
Yep.
Nobody's sending me a deadline.
Yep.
Nobody's sending me a list of things to accomplish, and it's a really good feeling to be in this space. And I think that's really what independent is. Yep. And when I started writing songs and stuff before I ever had a manager, that's where I was at. Before I ever met Spec, that's where I was at. I was figuring this out on my own. I was printing up my own CDs at 15, you know. Wow. I was working at Jack in the Box, selling tacos, paying for studio time.
That's that Bay Area slinging out the back of the truck.
Yeah, though. It's church parking lot, but you know. I did some outside of Walmart days, and
V said, "Meet me outside after 11:30 service. I got them CDs in the trunk."
I would sell them though. They would sell. They were horrible. I hope nobody has any of those ever. Catches those
I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna find one. Yeah.
But so it's cool to be like full circle, and knowing what I know now, and I've learned so much, you know, just from people like you, from industry cats, you know, and so I'm grateful for what I know. I'm grateful for all the labels that I've worked with. Like they helped me establish a fan base, and it's always great to have a team. Like I'm not against being with a record label. It was the best thing really for me.
Yep.
And for people to invest in you, like that's a huge blessing. Like so many artists don't even get that help.
Yeah.
It's just really cool to have that and to be where I'm at now, and also for God to be like, this is good, you know, and to have that like rest assured in that. So
yeah, I like I said, I think if I were you, I wouldn't even worry about the artistry part. Like you got that.
That's encouraging.
No, think about it. You've been doing it your whole life, and you're very good at it. You perform well. You can do all different types of genres of music.
Yeah.
That's going to take care of itself.
Yeah.
The business part, that's what allows us to keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's people that can DJs better than me. You know what I mean? That could probably interview people better than me. But it was like once you started understanding the business, and you got to fund stuff.
That's really what sets you apart.
That's what's going to determine if you can keep going or not.
Wado Radio.
So say what you know you should say. Do what you know to do. Do not be the fear or the pain. Oh, I don't know how this will end, but I know to live is Christ and to die is gain. Yeah.
Tough decisions, yeah, you gotta make. Gotta do it. I know it's hard, I feel your heart race. You give us grace. Consequences come with standing ground. I know you held it down, it's on God now. It's real deep, but I'ma just hit the surface though. You don't know how I feel pleading for a person's soul. When you know some things you wishing that person knows, but they rejected you, trying not let it get personal. It ain't easy doing the right thing, but we pursuing it, so look like a fight scene. But we doing it cause of his love, doing it cause of his blood, doing it, covering us, doing it.
So say what you know you should say. Do what you know to do. Do not be the fear or the pain. Oh, I don't know how this will end, but I know to live is Christ and to die is gain. Yeah.
Question, you ever hold a grudge? You ever held hatred inside your heart, knowing that you were told to love?
Hey fam, do you love talking about sports and culture as much as I do? Then you'll love the Boxing One podcast, which features barbershop-style sports discussions, cultural analysis, and theological discussions on each episode. Find the Boxing One podcast on iTunes or johnrichardsjr.com. You can also keep up with the show through various social media platforms at Boxing One Podcast. Mention the Wado Radio ad on their social media pages and enter to win free books.
Miss one episode, you miss a lot.
That was new music from Datin. It's called CHH Is Not Dead. A lot of people have been talking about this record this week. A lot of people have asked me my opinion about this record.
Support us. If you think that CHH is dead, you either snort dust or you're nuts. We about our father's business. Don't ignore us. We here.
Obviously, there's so much in this song that I agree with. Like, so much. The challenge is songs like this can be divisive.
God get the clout, yeah. God brought me out. God brought me out, yeah. God get the clout. God.
And here's the reality of it, man. Every test that God puts in front of you, you got to look at it as an opportunity for there to be a
Check out episode
535. CHH ain't dead. It just needs a new narrative.
Visit WadeORadio.com to stream and download previous episodes and interviews. Cop the Wade-O Radio mobile app or subscribe to our podcast.
WadeORadio.com. Everybody lends an ear. I want to thank you in advance for letting us make it clear to y'all on the Wade-O Radio Show.
God always. Michael V. Dale.
Pasa verano conmigo, yo te enseño de lo fino. Yo sé que a ti te han herido, pero yo no ando lo mismo. Dice que es dominicana, ya no le importa la fama. A todos le dicen no, no, solo le importa su alma. My baby look like a queen, sheesh, I'ma get down on her knee, huh. I know you been through some things, sheesh, you never been with a king, huh. I'm on the way, we're no delay. Baby, you say, we gon' be straight.
Cuando tú me miras reconozco que solo eres mía, no de otro. ¿Quién puede rechazar esa carita? Tu sonrisa me hipnotiza. When I look in your eyes, I'm hypnotized. You gon' be mine, don't be surprised. Sé que tú me quieres, no lo niegues. Esto es amor, ya no se detiene.
Let's take it back to the basics. My baby look like vacation. Way that I'm dodging these. Yeah, look like I'm trapped in the matrix. Shorty like mine, finer than wine. Don't need a sign. No, she a dime. Just hit my line. I give my time to her. I just be kind to her. She got the Mac on her. Look at the contour. I give my mind to her. Snaky little mamas creep up in the past and I break out my lawnmower. She know I ride for her. Yeah.
Cuando tú me miras reconozco que solo eres mía, no de otro. ¿Quién puede rechazar esa carita? Tu sonrisa me hipnotiza. When I look in your eyes, I'm hypnotized. You gon' be mine, don't be surprised. Sé que tú me quieres, no lo niegues. Esto es amor, ya no se detiene. Cardiac, man, we got one. Gotaways.
DJ Wade-O, here with my brother, everybody's favorite dad right now. Beleaf, what's up, brother?
I'm chilling, man. I'm really excited for this about life.
About life?
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you why you're excited, bro. When I was talking to you, the vision that God has given you for what you're doing, bro.
Yeah.
Is like, it's massive, dog.
Yeah, and I remember talking to you. I was walking up and down the stairs at my house when we did that last interview, and I was like, I'm not putting out no more records. And you're like, but yes, you are. I'm trying to tell you, wait, I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? I have this thing, and I see what I want to do, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you still not putting out no more records?
I don't think I need to.
I'll tell you.
You know, there's enough rappers out there. There's enough people out there who love talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was talking to someone about this the other day. Is that I make music from a place of inspiration.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
And so I'm motivated and inspired by my children.
Yeah.
I make videos about what I'm inspired by, and that ushers in more music.
Wow.
Right? So now the only music that you actually hear from me is coming from my YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? And if you want the actual songs, you gotta sign up on Patreon or something like that. But and I will be releasing music. Like, I will be releasing music, you know what I'm saying? But not in the album setting.
Yeah, not in that way.
I just don't feel it as valuable, you know what I'm saying? So,
It is music is such a different era, bro. Like, and it is an adjustment, man. It's like, bro, like, I mean, obviously we're not going back to open the CDs and credits and all of that stuff, but it's just like, man, it's like, dog, it's jokers dropping projects like 1 week, and then 3 weeks later they put out another EP of a whole other. And it's just a whole. It's like a rat race, man.
Yeah, you know, and I was totally like convinced that I had to go that route.
Yeah.
But I realized that the quality lacked.
Yeah.
You know, and I refuse to like suffocate the quality of what I do for the need to keep up. You know. And one artist, we're out here in Chicago right now, one artist I love is Sapa Pivot, right?
Yeah.
He puts out records every year or so, you know what I'm saying? But he doesn't feel like he has to keep up, and the quality just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm more inspired by.
Well, that's the music that sticks, though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? A lot of it that comes out, it doesn't stick because there's not much to it.
Right.
There's not depth to it.
Yeah.
Sometimes the production is... You know,
yeah,
so.
you may have 1 or 2 records. You know what I'm saying? Like a classic example is Kids See Ghosts. You know what I'm saying? With Kanye and Kid Cudi. The best 2 songs on there was Reborn and Free. You know what I'm saying? Like they could have just put out those 2 records and they could have been cool.
been good.
Yeah, but they had to go the extra mile. And you know, there's a couple other joints on there that were cool, but I think we know what songs are gonna last the longest. You know, and it's a special moment. And you gotta listen to those moments. But I'm not against people who feel like they gotta play the Spotify and Apple Music game. I just refuse to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't come from that era.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we do come from an era where we were pushing out projects. You talking Breaks Over, 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? We were putting out joints every week because we wanted exposure. And now I found a better way to expose myself.
Yeah, y'all did it for a really long time.
Yeah.
That was a grind, bro.
Yeah.
Man, one of the things that you know, you consistently hear from people when they're talking about what you're doing now with your YouTube channel, the podcast, the whole Beleaf and Fatherhood brand, is like you're really showing people what the day-to-day of being a father is like, bro. And did you, when you first started it, did you think it would become like this space it is now? Like,
no, I thought it was gonna take like 15 years for it to catch on.
Really?
Yeah. My plan actually was for 15 years. Yeah.
Wow.
It was a 15-year plan that by that time, in the time 15 years, I would be getting speaking engagements, and I would be.
Bro, that's like 15 months, though.
It took like 2.5 years. Well, really 2 years. You know what I mean? For it all to come together, and it's just crazy because it would have taken more time if there was more competition.
Yeah.
But nobody's here. Like it's only a couple of us, and most of the people are like doing blogs or like just Instagram or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's like only a couple of us who are doing everything.
Yeah.
You know. And so shout out to the homies.
You doing TED Talks, bro. You out here with the TED Talks,
man. And so how everything looks.
Yeah.
Is crazy. Yeah. Because it seems like my PR person is incredible.
Yeah.
But I ain't got nobody on PR.
You the PR person.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I gotta blame it on somebody, I'm definitely blaming it on God. You know what I'm saying? Because he took my idea and like he just gave so much increase to it. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, the iPhone billboard thing. If you don't know, I took a picture on Instagram, and a marketing company from who was working for Apple chose that to be on 90 different billboards all around the world, 20 different countries, right? So that looked like I had an agent who did that, or my son has an agent.
Right.
But that was just, I put a hashtag on and someone found it. That's all that happened. You know what I'm saying? But the way everything is clicking together, it seems like something way bigger is happening.
That's like the Pampers commercial.
Yeah, the Pampers commercial, right, with John Legend. So like you have these things that like happen, and you're kind of like, you think like I'm like finagling and trying to get on. You know, we come from an era in hip hop where we really had to fight and try to finagle, right? We stay on stage for longer than we were supposed to because we felt like we needed people to hear us. But I'm telling you, bro, I haven't asked anybody to get on the stage.
Wow.
Everyone has called me.
Wow.
Everyone has called me and hit my email. Wow. And it's just crazy to see when God opens doors instead of you trying to force them open.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey man, when you tweeted that commercial, bro, you was like, watch it till the end. And I honestly, I don't know why I wasn't thinking like, yo, he's probably in this. So I forgot who. I think John Legend was actually first in it. And it's, you know, was going through. And then when it went to you, I was like, yeah!
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. You know, people were hitting me up like, yo, they were watching the first part of it. They were like, man, Beleaf should be in this. And then it was like, oh my gosh, it's Beleaf. And so the whole squad is like, yo, we on. And the hard part is I couldn't even say nothing about it.
Yeah.
I couldn't talk about it, bro. Like, I couldn't tell nobody about it because I had an NDA.
Wow.
So I just was like, all right, now I can put it out. You know, it's just one of those things where it's kind of like, man, like,
that's a good feeling, bro.
It is, bro.
That's a good feeling.
And I don't feel like it's me. Like I don't feel like it's just me. It's just my team or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like the black community is like literally being represented.
Listen, bro, that's the thing. You dark, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Chocolate all the way.
That's what I'm
chocolate, boy.
So,
you know what I'm saying? My like I hit people up with the emojis, right? And you know how they got like the different complexions.
You got the darkest.
And I got the darkest complexion. And people be like, ew, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, I'm representing all the way the dark chocolate. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm just grateful for what's happening, and I think the best thing for me right now is to be a good steward of my platform and share this space. Yeah. So there's other fathers out there who I admire, who I look up to, Ezekiel, Preston. Yeah. Mostly the poets, because I feel like they have a little bit more range. You know what I'm saying? But whenever I have an opportunity to
Ezekiel got the whole squad, bro.
I love that dude, man. I love that dude, man. Squad. So, like, as I see them coming up, like, I try to present more opportunities for them to also make money and opportunity as well, you know? Because it's so many people not in this space. Yeah. Another dude who's really been grounded for a minute is Dwight Taylor. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's my homie.
He's been going hard.
Y'all might know him as Transparent.
Yeah. Right, but he's been going hard at it for a while. And we always text.
He got the Manhood Awareness Month and all that.
Yeah. And
I didn't know y'all was connected like that.
Yeah, we connected. He texts me and encourages me, and I just want everybody to know, like, I'm not trying to keep this space on my own. Yeah. But there's certain things I have to navigate before I can teach. You know what I'm saying? So the whole Patreon thing, I was doing that, and there's a lot I had to learn about it and fail at it before I could teach and help somebody else come on. Because most people are like, yo, show me what you're doing. How can I get on? And I don't show them because I don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm starting to learn YouTube. I'm starting to learn Patreon and all this other stuff. And so I'm using what I know.
Yeah, man. Look at God, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Look at God, bro.
Man.
I remember even just talking to you about it, and I was just like, I don't understand this, but it didn't matter that I didn't understand it. The reality is this, bro. God gave you a vision, and you had a 15-year plan, and he out here in 2 years, you done surpassed what you thought it was going to take 15 to do.
I surpassed anything I've ever done.
Wow.
Anything that we've, you know what I'm saying, the crew have done with more people.
Yeah.
And let's talk about, you didn't understand. My wife didn't understand. My mom didn't understand. My pastor didn't understand. My best friends didn't understand. Yeah. Everyone was kind of like, all right. And so most of us want to get other people to understand our vision before we move forward with something. You know what I'm saying? But it's not necessarily important. It's not important at all for other people to understand your vision. It's most important for you to operate in the vision that God has given you. So once God gives you something, a dream, a vision, or whatever, it's your responsibility to nurture that thing and bring it to fruition so that other people can see it, because it's not their vision, it's your vision, you know? And I knew that my wife wasn't down. Like, she was like, I don't like how the house is always there that you recording, my bra's hanging up in the background, She's like, it annoyed her at first, you know what I'm saying? Until she started seeing the fruit. She started reading the comment section. She started seeing how people would react to what we were doing, and she was like, I want to be a part of this. Wow. How can I be a part of this, you know? And so, and it's not her fault that she didn't believe in my vision. It's my fault for not manifesting it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's so important for us to manifest the things that God has given us and not try to get people to get on it. You know what I mean? Get on our vision, get on our train, you know?
First off, R.I.P. Fife Dog. You gave me light bulbs, ideas, ideally around when lights off. You and I too, I just whisper unity. Jamaica on my jewelry, cause I'll only rep what's in my community. Matter of fact, play this after my eulogy. I need all the people who say they love me to be looking in the sky. They say it take a village to raise a child, and now I know why. I never could do it without my tribe. They say it take a village to raise a child, and now I know why. Cause it's all about my tribe. They say it take a village to raise a child, and that ain't no lie. I dance around the fire pit, fire lit, screaming out my mantra to the stars. It's the requirement, closer to them, but with a smile of an optimist. I'm positive because coming behind me is the capitalist. You're right, you're following, wobbling, we mob all over the side. I hit the yellow deli to get sweet to my bride. It's like a spider sense, but I can feel it in my melanin. That trouble's on the way. I said the doctor on the way. Only the strong will survive. I meditate to stay alive. I travel to my special place. It's in my mind behind my face. I take my time, my loves can wait. It's my fire escape. As I escape the fire, only to look at the fireplace. A fire breathing dragon's what I become. I kiss coals. My swole lips look like holes. I can't speak at my shows. I am Zachariah muted until John came along. I sing a song, a symphony. I let my soul rebel off for my tribe. They say it take a village to raise a child, and now I know why. Cause it's all about my tribe. They say it take a village to raise a child, and that ain't no lie.
It's lit, and it's lit. I got the fire. Sucker baby, waking up. Life is a tire. Hit me up if you ever need a ghost wire. I wanna meet my sister. It's Mineo. Baby's got the locks. And now we got the grease. God bless you. Even if never got to sneeze. I was a big hat. Inside and clean. If you don't follow, then you don't follow me.
Tribe. They say it take a village to raise a child, and now I know why. Cause it's all about my tribe. They say it take a village to raise a child, and that ain't no lie. One bad apple will spoil the whole bunch. Bad applesauce will screw up your whole lunch. Worm and apple juice will mess up the whole punch. And an apple a day, I keep the doctor away. So watch how you sow your seed. They say the apple don't fall from the tree. They say the apple don't fall from the tree. They say the apple don't fall from the tree.
DJ Wado, I'm here with my brother. Everybody's favorite dad right now. Beleaf, what's up, brother?
I'm chilling, man. I'm really excited just about life.
You know, sometimes when people understand your vision, they'll try to derail it. You know what I mean? Like that. Like I think, like when you were talking about that, I was thinking about Joseph when he had his vision in the Bible about his brothers coming and basically bowing down to him. Like they threw him in a ditch and sold him off into slavery. And they understood the vision.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They didn't want it that. You know what I mean? It was just like, nah, like we ain't letting this happen.
Yeah. Yeah. And it wasn't even that they believed it was going to happen. They were insulted by.
Exactly.
You know, because it affected them, you know. And I think if my vision had more to do with the demise of someone else, it would be different and people would receive it differently.
Yeah.
But most people want to derail what I do, right? Not in a like literal sense, but they want me to continue to be who I was.
Right.
They want me to continue providing them with lyrics that take a lot of energy. Like I really put a lot of time on my records.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what happened. I put out In Fatherhood, my last album.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody slept on it.
Yep.
Even you.
I didn't sleep on it.
You didn't sleep on that first, but you didn't listen to it all the way through before you called me. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people slept on it. I'm talking about, I got homies I shout out on the record who have not listened to the record.
Yeah.
Everybody slept on it. All right. And you know, some people checked it out, but most people slept on it. I worked on that record for 2 years, bro. Yeah. I put like blood, sweat, and tears into that. I grinded through that. I really tried. You know, I didn't try on a lot of the old stuff. Yeah. I tried on the last Dream Junkies record, Good Religion, and I really tried on In Fatherhood. I got, my first check was $1,800. You know what I'm saying? And some people would say that's really good. But after 2 years of working on something, to receive $1,800 and not be able to pay my monthly bill was an insult, not only to me and my talent, but to my wife, and what she allowed me to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? And because there was sometimes I'm kind of like, babe, I gotta work on this record, I gotta do this, you know what I'm saying? And so that told me a couple things, is that I'm not getting most of the value out of this, and I could be doing something better. And so literally, like, you know, with YouTube, like in certain money situations, like you can make 3-4 times that by making one video that takes 4 days to make. You know what I'm saying? You can go speak somewhere and get paid, you know, more than you can you know, rapping or something like that. Now, it's not all about the money. You know what I'm saying? I know some people are like, oh, you're only trying to do this to get paid or whatever. But money is part of the fruit. You know what I'm saying? And it's evidence that people find value in what you do. And so I'm experiencing something where I'm kind of like, man, I'm getting so much more out of what I'm doing, and so is everyone else. Yeah. Like, now it's a risk on my part. I lose certain freedoms. It's awkward when people meet my children. I have to tell them rules. Excuse me, don't walk up to my child like that. No, you can't take a picture with them. You know, fist bump. No, your kid can't play with my kid. I don't know your kid. And it's not always like that, but sometimes like some kids like aggressive, or they want to they want to know a chocolate. It's just a lot of risk. Yeah. But the amount of freedom that people are experiencing. 11-year-old kids coming up to me like, yo, I never had my dad in my life, and I can't wait to be a father. Wow. Thank you. I haven't talked to my dad in 8 years, and I gave him a call. Like, we're talking about reconciliation. We're talking about belief, and like, I'm providing proof for people. You know what I'm saying? It's not always me, but I'm like, now it's like, okay, how can I equip other people to do this? You know what I'm saying? Because I can't be out here by myself. Yeah. You know, I need other people doing it, but it's not easy. Yeah. And I make it look easy. But my kids are hysterical. Like, they're just hilarious. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The editing helps in the fact that I've had a long rap career. Yeah, your edit game is crazy. I appreciate it, bro. I had a long rap career that has allowed producers to have relationships with me and allowed me to get production for the actual score to joint. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The videos. And so all of that helped. But yeah, man, people try to derail your dream and they want you to be who you were. And I just can't do that anymore. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I feel you.
Don't be stingy, not eager. Ice on that. That look like the herb. Put some ice on that. What you never heard? Put some ice on that. That look like that herb. Put some ice on that. I've been in my feelings nowadays. Oh, I'm not liable for things I say. I don't swim my floor, I don't swim my floor. That's the way I go, that's the way I go. Y'all know I've been chillin', walking with the ghosts. Tryna get that queso off of my nachos. I'm still gaining weight, I cannot see my toes. It's been hot all summer, I just need the frost. Put some ice on that, put some ice on that. Put some ice on that. I got no chill, no back. I put some ice on that. Put some ice on that. Put some ice on that. I got no chill for back. I got no chill for back. Got no chill for back. Got no chill for back. I got no chill. Boy, you put some ice on that. Put some ice on that. Got chill out. Juke, and I sprang in an ankle. God, do you know, gotta thank you, God, thank you, God. I can only sing with my voice is source. I never seen Star Wars, but the force is with me, and of course it hits me when I hit. Yo, the flows that I brought out, hit you with the meat when the thaw's out. I need ice in my veins, I need freeze for my brain. I need ice cream, yeah, ice cream. Every time I am on a sled, on the slope, I'm getting way ahead. Of your hopes in your head over heels, if you're walking in the red bottoms and the ice, girl, you better chill. Put some ice on that, put some ice on that, put some ice on that, boy, put some ice on, boy, got no chill, but got no chill, fellas, got no chill, got no chill, put some ice on that, 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 look at, got no chill, fellas, got no chill, fellas, I got no chill, put some ice on that. Yeah. Feeling like a riddle with a goat up in the middle. I ain't never seen a body like that. Lord, hallelujah, keep it simple. True religion on your temple. I ain't never seen a body like that. Lord, hallelujah, they gon' need him for the next go round. Knowing God already blessed your town, even if the I got a taper with a fade or a Cuban with a part. Patent leather for the J's and the whipper push to start. Had them jelly with the waves, I was just another slave. Now I'm surfing on the sun, feeling like a work of art. I ain't got the kind of lingo of no theologian, and I ain't suited with no coffee so the people notice. But I know Grammy knew the answers to them Jeopardy questions, and I know people who can't read who know the scriptures golden. And I know
young as Robin Peter just to get it pow. I be saying better get repentant when they feeling lost. And cause I love them, I'ma promise this the word I'ma give them. They got a mansion in the sky if they endure the cross. Real talk.
Feeling like a riddle, way to go up in the middle. I ain't never seen a body like that. Lord, hallelujah, keep it simple. True religion on your temple. I ain't never seen a body like that. Lord, hallelujah, they gon' need him for the next go round. Knowing God already blessed your town, even if the
face quaking, trunk shaking like Tampa.
all of you, none of me. Youngin' toting the Bible in the Gucci bag. Front and center at the pews, he got stupid swag. The church mother gave a wink, he gave a chuckle laugh. He chunked the deuce to a deacon, then he threw it back. Grew up around robbers and shooters, man, how he learned to go to church when hood scholars is tutor. He changed my heart, not the clothes, so don't be judging my route. Put my name up in the book, ain't no erasing me out. Okay, home was never Christian, the pastors, I learned to diss them. I don't know what made the difference, I just wanted something different. Can't accept me with these Yeezys and these gold ones, it's blinging, okay. Even if you don't, I'm still walking where it's gold.
Feeling like a riddle, way to go up in the middle. I ain't never
Miss one episode, you miss a lot.
She's been with us almost from the beginning, but Michaela, aka Lady Mac, is on the line with us right now.
What's going on? But I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this. This is definitely something bigger than myself. Definitely more than music, it's ministry.
I just tell them that I gotta get my fade. Way too high. Pass shoot.
Jay Givens is one of my homies. And obviously when this news came out this week, you know, where he basically came out publicly and said that he was gay, I had a lot of mixed emotions personally.
Check out episode
534. Pray for Jay Givens and Lady Mac Speaks.
Visit WadeORadio.com to stream and download previous episodes and interviews. Cop the Wade-O Radio mobile app or subscribe to our podcast.
WadeORadio.com.
What happens when a mischievous neighborhood kid throws a rock through his neighbor's minivan window? Something completely unexpected. Author Chris Lassiter has written a children's book called Grits and the Grimels. The story emphasizes the importance of the gospel-centered inner-city church in a way that's both fun and captivating for kids. Get the book on Amazon.com. Mention the Wade-O Radio ad at Facebook.com/Chris Lassiter Author for a chance to win a free copy.
It's time to go in.
Let go, we back to go in. No slowing down, we go in. No slowing down, we know him.
Mixes, mashups.
We go hard all week, cause we getting it. Take that. I'ma put in work.
You never know what you're going to get. In the lab with DJ Wade-O.
Yeah.
Wade-O Radio.
Always keep it lit, call it fuego. Bank account been stacking up on that payroll. Ooh, wow. Got a smile on my face, call it queso. Yeah, keep it low key, always lay low. Yeah, always keep it lit, call it fuego. Bank account been stacking up on that payroll. Ooh, wow. Got a smile on my face, call it queso. Yeah, keep it low key, always lay low. Yeah, always keep it lit, call it fuego. Bank account been stacking up on that payroll. Ooh, wow. Got a smile on my face, call it queso. Yeah, keep it low key, always lay low. I've been making moves unexpected, way I do it, wow. Knew me way back, you'd expect it, cause I told you, wow. Yeah, I had a plan, but got flipped and blew it, I like pow. I was sowing seeds, now it's looking like I need to plow. Ooh, you ain't see the vision, you ain't messing with it, ooh. Really, I don't care, cause God investing in it, ooh. Really, you don't like me, hate my optimism, ooh. With the most high, need some hops to get on, ooh. Out of this world like E.T., one of a kind, can't beat me, ooh. I be so fly, yeah, I be so shy, yeah, living so surprised, can't read me, ooh. Out of this world like Mars, one day come with the bars. I be so fun in them, keep with the gentleman, independent, not needy. Always keep it lit, call it fuego. Bank account been stacking up on that payroll, ooh, wow. Got a smile on my face, call
then I shoot, not a Draco. Bomb the water, get a boot, not for Play-Doh. Surfboard season, NP, stand for Prego. Sauce, the sauce is radical. Sauce, the boss sabbatical. Boss, the style is magical. Yeah, different than most of the average. Pinnacle, put in a catalog. Big guy with me in Babylon. Yeah, I put 2 bands on my leg. They say you different. Yeah, I put 1 pin to this beat. Now I'm richer. Fuego, wow. Like this hoodie, I'm on fire now. High sound, peso out of the pocket, start a ride now. Quiet down. Ooh, you was on the other side. Now you want the school. I ain't sleep on couches just so you could see me lose. I've been switching houses like my mama switching shoes. This ain't for no profit. Oh my God, I need the loot, or else I'll call it truce. I've been waiting for the boost. One day sent a movie. Are you rebel or goofy? I am me like Connor. Yeah, I've been feeling honored. Yeah, I ain't tripping on no, not on no. Yeah, the water dripping like a sauna.
Always keep it lit, call it fuego. Bank account been stacking up on that payroll. Wow, got a smile on my face, call it queso. Yeah, keep it low key, always lay low. Yeah, always keep it lit, call it fuego. Bank account been stacking up on that payroll. Wow, got a smile on my face, call it queso. Yeah, keep it low key, always lay low. Yeah, always keep it lit, call it fuego. Bank account been stacking up on that payroll. Wow, got a smile on my face, call it queso. Yeah, keep it low key, always lay low.
What's your definition of success? I don't trust the thoughts that come inside my head. I don't trust this thing that beats inside my chest. Who I am and who I wanna be cannot connect. Why? Don't think I deserve it, you get no respect. I just made a couple mil, still not impressed. Let you down, goes triple platinum, yeah, okay, I guess. Smile for a moment, then these questions starting to fill my head, not again. I push away the people that I love the most. Why? I don't want no one to know I'm vulnerable. Why? That makes me feel weak and so uncomfortable. Why? Stop asking me questions, I just wanna feel alive until I die. This isn't ace flow, just let me rhyme, I'm in disguise. I'm a busy person, got no time for lies. One of a kind, they don't see it, I pull out their eyes. I'm on the rise. I've been doing this for most of my life with no advice. Take my chances, I just roll the dice. Do what I like. As a kid, I was afraid of highs. Put that aside, now I'm here and they look so surprised. Well, so am I. Whoa. They don't invite me to the parties, but I still arrive. Kick down the door and then I go inside. Give off that I do not belong here vibe. Then take the keys right off the counter and let's go for a ride. Why do y'all look mortified? I keep to myself, they think I'm sorta shy. Organized, let you down's the only song you've heard of, well then you're behind. Story time, wish that I could think like Big Sean does, but I just can't decide if I should stick my knife inside a Pennywise. I don't care what anybody else thinks. Lies, I do not need nobody to help me. Lies, I kinda feel guilty cause I'm wealthy. Why? I don't understand, it's got me questioning like why? Just tell me why. Not back to this flow inside, I feel divided. Back when I ain't had a dime, but had to drive. Back before I ever signed, I question live, like who am I, man? Whoa. Nothing to me's ever good enough. I could be working for 24 hours a day and think I never did enough. My life is a movie, but there ain't no telling what you gonna see in my cinema. I wanna be great, but I get in the way of myself and I think about everything that I can never be. Why do I do it though? Hey, yeah. Why you always looking aggravated? Not a choice, you know I had to make it. When they talk about the greatest, they gon' probably never put us in a conversation. Like something, then I gotta take it. Write something, then I might erase it. I love it, then I really hate it. What's the problem? They don't know. I know I like to preach to always be yourself, but my emotions make me feel like I am someone else. Me and pride have made a pact that we don't need no help, which feels like I'm at war inside myself, but I forgot the shells. I hold my issues up for all to see like show and tell. A lot of people know me, but not a lot know me well. Hold my issues up for all to see like show and tell. A lot of people know me, but they don't know me well.
You fly in circles around my head while I sit on the edge of my bed. I cry, oh, what have I done again? It's hard not to hate who I am. It's hard not to hate who I am.
Wado Radio.
I chased the moment that when I had it, I felt alive. But now that the thrill is gone, I feel dead inside.
I feel like everyone know the secrets I wanna hide, and every time they ask me how I'm doing, I just say I'm fine. Too embarrassed to share it, or maybe too much pride. I create my own prison, holding the keys inside, punishing myself for all of these crimes, and I'm trying to convince God that I'm not a waste of his time. What's wrong with me? Am I defective? I keep on making a mess. Why can't I ever get it together? Soon people gon' find out I'm not what they expected. They see who I really am, then I end up rejected. I try to stand tall, but these knees are collapsing. Instead of asking for help, these apps will distract me. So lonely, but so many people are friending me while I post. I hope one day to be happy as I pretend to be.
You fly in circles around my head while I sit on the edge of my bed. I cry, oh, whatever done again. It's hard not to hate who I am. It's hard not to hate who I am.
I was 13 the first time my mama caught me watching porn. She started screaming she couldn't believe her last born was dabbling in something so destructive. I wish I could have said it was my last time, but nah, I wasn't. And the more I thought about it, the more I got bothered. These women I'm objectifying are somebody's daughters. I never really thought I had a problem till it followed me to college, and I felt debilitated by his bondage. Became a Christian, heard about God's power. Couldn't see it in my life, but I could tell you all about it. Overloaded with knowledge, making so little progress. Became a public figure, but my struggles weren't private. Only started tasting freedom when I'm being honest. And I learned that when I'm weak is when I'm seeing God the strongest. I know some people gon' be quick to throw stones, but I take all of those hits so you know that you're not alone. And after 28 years of life, I decided everybody's crooked, some just do a better job at hiding it. Oh, how good does freedom taste? I hope they give me the forgiveness they gon' need one day, I pray.
Jesus, he washes away all of my sin. Washes away all my sin. Jesus washes away all of my sin. Jesus, he washes away all of my sin. Washes away all my sin. Jesus washes away all of my sin. Jesus, he washes away all of my sin. Washes away all my sin. Jesus washes away all of my sin. Jesus, he washes away all of my sin. Washes away all my sin. Jesus washes away all of my sin. Jesus, he washes away all of my sin. Washes away all my sin. Jesus washes away all of my sin. Jesus, he washes away all of my sin. Washes away all my sin. Jesus washes away all of my sin.
I done came up from a waist down. Only by that grace that I've made it out. Load up on my side, got them angels now. I done came up from a waist down. I done came up from Only by that grace that I made it out. Load up on my side, you got them angels now. I done came up from a waist down. Headed to the top, yeah, I'm going now. When he lit me up, ain't no coming down. Was never in the hood, never shot the Browns. Yeah, I thank the Lord that he got me now. Watch it go up when I put it down. Whole city coming out when I hit the town. No, I don't deserve all the love you give. Never thought I would've made it, was only him. He saved me, oh my God, he saved me. Matter what I did, all that grace, I got plenty. He saved me, oh my God, he saved me. I counted it all joy with that peace, I got plenty. I got plenty, oh that's plenty. 20 plus that 30, ooh yeah, count it 50s. I got plenty, oh that's plenty. 20 plus that 30, ooh yeah, count it 50s. I done came up from a waist down. Only by that grace that I made it out. Load up on my side, you got them angels now. I done came up from a waist down. I done came up from a waist down.
DJ Wado says this is something you need
I
to
done
hear.
came up from a switch it up. You don't know what I've been through. Mama almost killed herself, I was on it too. Ran from the cops, I was 15. Oh, they said I did it, but it wasn't me. Oh, I know that joy coming right up in the morning. Homie told me keep on dropping music, so it's coming. Angels all around me, you can give me what you're thinking. Catching melodies from in heaven, it's just raining. He saved me, oh my God, he saved me. Matter what I did, all that grace, I got plenty. He saved me, oh my God, he saved me. I got it all joy with that peace, I got plenty. I got plenty, oh that's plenty. 20 plus that 30, ooh yeah, count it 50. I got plenty, oh that's plenty. 20 plus that 30, ooh yeah, count it 50. I done came up from a waist down. Only by that grace that I made it out. Load up on my side, you got them angels now. I done came up from a waist down. I done came up from a waist down. I done came up from a waist down.
I done seen a lot, so much to handle. God the only one that understand them. I just gotta take it like a Mando. And I'ma stay lit just like a candle. I know that you're gonna make a way, but I just want a miracle today. You can never hit me with the hate, cause I'ma skirt off from a skate. I remember mama used to say, he always on time, never late. No more ramen noodles on the plate. Now I'm eating good every day. God get the clout, God get the clout, yeah. God get the clout, God get the clout, yeah. God brought me out, God brought me out, yeah. God get the clout, God get the clout, yeah. God get the clout, God get the clout, yeah. God get the clout, God get the clout, yeah. God brought me out, God brought me out, yeah. God get the clout, God get the clout, yeah. Jody was the name they used to call me. Back when cash money was an army. I was probably singing when you saw me. Ghost Town, baby, where it started. I remember rocking Soldier Reeboks, riding with my homie in the T-top. We would get in trouble for no reason. I was ducking, dodging all the deacons. God came and turned it all around. Everything feeling great now. Ain't nobody sleeping on me. In the wintertime, I'ma bring the heat. That's why God get the clout, God get the clout, yeah. God get the clout, God get the clout, yeah. God brought me out, God brought me out, yeah. God get the clout, God get the clout, yeah. God get the clout, God get the clout, yeah. God get the clout, God get the clout, yeah. God brought me out, God brought me out, yeah. God get the clout, God get the clout.
I was running with the set, running with the set. We don't never flex, we just rep, hear me? What did you expect? I don't need respect, I'm the threat. Tell them I'm so free, I got no chains on me. I'm so free, I got no chains on me. Let me head them living rest. You just give them Insta snaps. Do we need another post? You insecure, you do the most. On my side, we revive God through the Wi-Fi. T'Challa part that never colonized, round the high fives for the top God made us dangerous. Ain't the bust flame, but does every idol bring to us gangs of us trained to trust a name that's blood stained on us, Christ gained on us.
I was running with the shade, yeah. Running through a chain, yeah. Real flex, we invest, hear me, yeah. This is what you get, yeah. I don't need respect, I'm the threat. Tell them I'm so free, I got no chains on me. Yes, sir. No chains on me. That classic official. I'm so free, I got no chains. But it's all about me. Yes, sir. That classic official. But it's all about. No doubt there's a God who sent. I'm getting amped just thinking about it.
It's DJ Wado taking you down memory lane. DJ Wado says something you need to hear.
Give me that fire, fire. I'm back. Give me that flame, flame, flame. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Absolutely, you can give me that. If it's mine, if it's good for me, I want it all. Give me that Bible. Give me that mic, I'll drop Jesus in it, wait so we can make a disciple. Can't surpass Christ, there's no taking his title. Can't surpass Christ, there's no taking his title. Can't surpass Christ. Can't surpass Christ, can't surpass Christ, there's no taking his title. A passion for Christ, I have you praying for revival. Can't surpass Christ, there's no taking his title. A passion for Christ, I have you praying for revival. Give me my city, yeah, give me that. Less fish, gospel of peace, yeah, you can give me that. Fresh kicks, give me that. Rest with your blessing, Lord, I'm desperate. You gave me your life, so I look forward to my exit. I used to be a punk kid, used to want to run with dudes who want to hunt to turn our ones into hundreds. Used to want to blunt to be blunt, I wanted trees just to alter my mind. Now I find I'm wanting Jesus. Used to want to roll mad deep with a street clip. Want to hold the heat on the low like a secret. God's spirit penetrated my soul on the sneak tip. Took control, now I'm in the soul like a leaflet. Give me that fire, give me that flame. Give me that fresh wind, give me that rain. Give me that freedom, you can have the chains. Give me that God who can give me all things. Give me that fire, flame. Give me that fresh wind, give me that rain. Give me that freedom, you can have the chains. Give me that God who can give me all things. I know you got riches, I know you got ice. Your life is a big party, you're partying all night. You don't mind not knowing Christ in your mind, that's alright. You might not get this now, but you're kind of a soul type. You keep with the trends, cool's your middle name. On your pants you got a chain that droops like Lil Wayne. You're tattooed in a Benz, maybe you're in a range. Ladies, you driving crazy, nothing's crazier than your frame. This is a shame, it's the age and I'm game to be an agent of change in the age. It's like a page in a flame. Just smoke, just mirrors, just vapor is plain. To see your holy God's not one of your favorite things. I was just like you, but God moved on a fellow. Gave me good news that I could use on the ghetto. Maybe it's you who wants to U-turn to settle. You're dead if you do, I'll tell you it's been settled. Give me that fire, give me that flame. Give me that fresh wind, give me that rain. Give me that freedom, you can have the chains. Give me that God who can give me all things. Give me that fire, flame. Give me that fresh wind, give me that rain. Give me that freedom, you can have the chains. Give me that God who can give me all things. So you got platinum, we got a Lord. If we want, we could ask him, but he's our reward. Gotta be perfect, it can't be 3 out of 4. If you're sick of falling short, then he got a cure. Give me that cure, that door, that hero. Give me that grace to never chase the De Niro. How much glory should you give your boy? 0. That will cause beef with the lamb like a gyro. Give me that day we choose you over shining. Truth over rhyming, virtue over diamonds. Give me some change, sometimes I do need the dough. And give me some pain, something I do need to grow. Give me what I won't ask for. Don't give me what I seek when I creep. I'm a sheep, give me dope pasture. Give me life, just like you intended. It's like to see you raised like the day you ascended. Give me that fire, give me that flame. Give me that fresh wind, give me that rain. Give me that freedom, you can have the chains. Give me that God, you can give me all things. Give me that fire, that flame. Give me that fresh wind, give me that rain. Give me that freedom, you can have the chains. Give me that God, you can give me all things.
No wallet on my intros. No car, kicking girls up in the rental. Flipping tables like Jesus in the temple. No liquor, order me a shell of temple. Wearing red shoes, they not Yeezys. Come through with the matching outfit like the Bee Gees. I came from preacher bi-weekly in 09 to every show selling out CDs. They keep telling me life is not easy, but I'ma change the world until they finally believe me. So put your hands together like a Ouija. Bored for the unsigned hype with no source. Top floor at the Fillmore, watching Andy Mineo. Couple months later, I was dancing in the video. We were wildin' out with Pablo on a mini boat. Hopped out, I did a perfect somersault in the ocean. Only word of mouth, no promotion. Just a bunch of misfits with love and devotion. And my gang is looking focused. That's why we lift the glasses to the sky where hope is. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. Coming to the stage.
Wado Radio.
7 and Hog Mob Ministries presents the Mob Tour, Ministry Over Business. That's right, Hog Mob is going coast to coast, hitting 19 cities.
Yeah, we riding like a roller coaster. Catch a body for the body. Let me Holy Ghost you. Salute.
Live music and much more. Every event is absolutely free. VIP packages are available. To RSVP or to purchase your VIP package, hit that hogmob.com.
I flip like a scissor kick, so ridiculous the fire pit licks and it sizzle spit. So try to predict what my Fahrenheit is. Plus, I'm sick and I'm blind like a virus on a pair of pilots that are straight.
And be clear, Hog Mob is also shooting a movie during the tour. That's right, a movie. Come be a part of history in the making. It's the Mob Tour, Ministry Over Business. Visit hogmob.com to RSVP or to purchase VIP tickets.
What's up, Wado Radio listeners? Lady Mac here, managing editor for WadoRadio.com. Do you love Christian hip-hop? Do you love writing? Do you love social media? Do you love the Wado Radio Show? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, then we'd like to hear from you. We are in need of writers for the website and folks to help manage our social media accounts. We're gearing up to make WadoRadio.com bigger and better. And one of the ways that we're doing that is by adding additional staff to the team. Do you love Christian hip-hop and believe that you have the ability to report on it? If you're interested in joining the Wado Radio team, send your resume and writing samples to Michaela at WadoRadio.com. Make sure you include a sample of your work and resume. Again, send it to Michaela at WadoRadio.com. That's MIKAELA at WadoRadio.com.
What's up? It's Wado, and let's be clear. The internet can be a dangerous place for unguarded eyes and hearts. But Covenant Eyes, they provide the services that protect against the evils and temptations that can be found on the World Wide Web. Established over a decade ago, Covenant Eyes is the pioneer of internet accountability software, empowering its members to maintain their online integrity. I personally use them to protect not only me, but also my family from unwanted temptations and images online. I use them on my computer, my iPhone, and my iPad. Sign up for Covenant Eyes at WadoRadio.com/resources. Use our affiliate code WadoRadio at checkout and receive a month free. That's WadoRadio.com/resources and use the promo code WadoRadio to receive a month of free Covenant Eyes services. Don't go another day without guarding your eyes, your mind, and your heart. Sign up for Covenant Eyes today.
It's time to go in.
Let go, we about to go in. No slowing down, we go in. No slowing down, we know him.
Mixes, mashups,
go harder way, cause we getting it.
Take that. I'ma put in work.
Tell me why they all hating on me. Just got over money on my whole team.
You never know what you're going to get. In the Lab with DJ Wade-O.
K-Classic.
They told you that you couldn't do it cause you're washed up. Ain't like them bad girls said you should get your sauce up. But I got this plan and you might not understand. I'ma go hard as I can and I'm gonna be the boss of it. Just watch me do this, put no limits on it, swag on it. Walk right up to the front where I belong and brag on it. Go to the top, I'ma give it all I got. Might take a lot, but we ain't gonna ever stop. I do believe I'm something special, can't take that from me. So you can say what you want, I go harder, stronger, be who I'm supposed to be. Cause I'm unstoppable, I get all the way in it. That's the way I was made and I'm up on my business. I'm unstoppable, ain't no hoping and wishing. Say a prayer, catch a wave, then I go out and get it. I can be what I want, try it if I want. Empowered by the king and he won't let me fall. Cause I'm unstoppable, nah, he won't let me fall. I dream about it, I go get it, that's how I do it. Not in the stars, I'm not lucky, I just pray through it. Fall on my face and I might make mistakes, but I don't let it break me, cause I'm still on my way. I do believe I'm something special, can't take that from me. So you can say what you want, I go harder, stronger, be who I'm supposed to be. Cause I'm unstoppable, I get all the way in it. That's the way I was made and I'm up on my business. I'm unstoppable, ain't no hoping and wishing. Say a prayer, catch a wave, then I go out and get it. I can be what I want, try it if I want. Empowered by the king and he won't let me fall. I'm unstoppable, he won't let me fall.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow. Just like the demeanor. I'm feeding my fam. I'm feeding the meter. They got the iron while I got the steamer. I bring the fire, but you never seen her. I testify, I don't need a subpoena. They want my soul, better go to Korea. I love my dog just like I'm Peter. Gotta protect him. I made the call, it was just like I'm reffing. I know we left, yeah, now we back together, but I guess that is better now. Later than never, like, what's happening? I'ma need y'all quit asking when. Me and my wife gon' have some kids. Right now, we just practicing. Teacher said quit rapping, man. That gon' hurt my average. I said thank God I ain't average. Yeah, I'm a bright young man. Kill the GPA and the BPM. Look, we on. So say what you say, cause that's A with Lecrae. From the A train to the A, I'm coming in hot. I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in.
Yeah, it's just something like I looked at my life and I looked at my wife like I did something right. Look, I'm not switching my price. Baby, I know what I'm worth. I be like, thank God it's Monday. I get to get back to work. Hey, shine like gold. They don't want story, man. They want the soundbite. I'm like, no. Look around like they see you on the mountain, they don't see you on the climb. Right? Me and all of mine in the power line. Look at this and what you find. Right?
Shimmer, lights, flicker, all this light, let it shimmer. I had to glow up, I had to show up. I got the light now, check out my glow up. Right? Shimmer, lights, flicker, all this light, let it shimmer. I had to glow up, I had to show up. I got the light now, check out my glow up.
Striped up and they wiped up, yeah. Most of these folk hyped up, yeah. I'm in the
got the light now. Check out my glow up.
Light bright like it's Friday night. Might kneel like I'm capping it. Line of sight like a sight of mine. Real fake with no asterisk. Light bear like the Mercedes. Messenger since the first day. In a white tux cause I stand out. All alone like I got buzz like ether. Throwback hits like beepers. Keep up, I might leave ya. Team way up like Tiba. They taking shots like they had to buy. Shot like a rocket, we blasting off. This is the aftershock. Back at the break like I'm Lazarus.
Back out the grave like a king. I had to show him the ink. You couldn't mess up the team. All of my homies, they gleam. Take a photo. All my homies never solo. I've been leaning like a cholo. Light in seasoning, I double up.
Right, shimmer, lights, flicker, all this. Light, let it shimmer. I had to glow up. I had to show up. I got the light now. Check out my glow up.
Yes.
Hit him with the ooh, why they call me grits. Dilly through the live before they hit the blitz. Had them mortified, now they call me Rick. Moving through the missions, hold up, let me switch. Me and all that faking never seem to click. Daddy taught me how to make the money quick. Never touched a kilo, we was laying bricks. Couldn't lift the hammer, now I'm making hits. Whoa, I don't dance, I just sway. Young boy, but the flow 38. I don't dance, no way. Talk to God, he said, boy, you in the way. Nah, homie, let me glow right now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nah, homie, let me glow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nah, homie, let me glow, 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 glow. Nah, homie, let me glow. Glow, 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 glow. Okay, this a thing that I struggle with. I want you to see my accomplishments. I guess I'm a fiend for the compliments. And if I ever fall off, please no comments, no comments. But look at me, my bank account straight. My mama bills paid. And just the other day, dropped a song with Lecrae. If anybody asks, I just say I'm doing great. Show you everything I got, just to hide what I ain't. That's content. What's the reason why I do this? I forget. I had someone tell me I would never be nothing. That's the day I lost my confidence. Let's pretend I don't dance. I just sway. Young boy, but the flow 38. I don't dance, no way. Talk to God, he said, boy, you in the way. Nah, homie, let me.
Ay, mijo, ese orgullo no te va a llevar a nada bueno. Recuerda que el que
exaltare será humillado, y el que se humillare será exaltado.
DJ Wado says, this is something you need to hear.
G-O-N, put on for the squad. We go in, do it for the God. If I go, then I'm going hard. Boy, you know me, hard for the mob. Fill up and get up and go. Fill up to pick up and roll. You gon' get this word, get lit up and hit up the show. Man, they already know who the realest, but they say it's too religious. Drake drop guy playing you with it, now you looking too suspicious. I am blessed, never had luck, you a tad much superstitious. You ain't the man, bruh, cause you pick a bag up, boy, what you doing with it? Stack up and you be cool a minute, get your handcuffs and you get through in prison. It's the last something you can have, something you can pass up and you can do the dishes. Homie, I ain't never changed up, been the same since day one. When I came in the game, ripping shade, a renegade, still the same, ain't budge. They don't win the game, same love, they play dumb and ain't say much. You tell me who the gangster, yeah.
Daddy, let me loose, they gotta move. Bishop put the burner, baby, I got the juice. They hating on my team, cause we the truth. Won't he do it, and we the proof. We gon' take them way, 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 way up. We gon' take them way, 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 way up. We gon' take them way, 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 way up. We gon' take them way, 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 way up.
Pull up to the party like what up, though. Looking like an army at the front door. I ain't got Bacardi in my cup, though. I don't drink cool, I'm tryna front for. There's some bad women in the building tonight. I'm on tunnel vision, man, I'm chillin' tonight. Done it, but I needed something real in my life. And I ain't never met a chick realer than my wife. I don't dance much, I play the war tight. And if I do, I'm two-stepping all night. Is he falling off, is he alright? If he in the dark, then he broad light. You knew what it was from the dodo. Boy, you see the dove in my photo. Man, that's where I live, for sure though. It's light work when I go though. So everything lit, 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 lit. Ay, everything lit, 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 lit. Ay, everything lit, 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 lit. Ay, everything lit, 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 lit. Ay,
Ice Rocky, I'm about to blast off, you like a rocket, yeah. Why me drop, kick the devil, Kawasaki, walk. He the plug, and I'm the socket, drip, Kawasaki, Ice Rocky, ooh, so chill, ice hockey, I run it up, call it Rocky, Rocky. I got that soy sauce, drip, Kawasaki, drip, drip. I'm in the pocket, I'm in my bag, Louis. I got the favor, baby, I ain't gotta brag. I took the roof off, Gucci seats, yeah. And yeah, we pull it to the lot, no receipts. I get that blue, we gotta eat, yeah. And yeah, you know it keep them blessings on repeat. Run it back, I be feeling real good every week. Ooh, that Fendi, yeah, my wife be on fleek. Ooh, Kawasaki, yeah, Ice Rocky. Ooh, I'm about to blast off, you like a rocket, yeah. Why me drop, kick the devil, Kawasaki, walk. He the plug, and I'm the socket, drip, Kawasaki, Ice Rocky, ooh, so chill, ice hockey, I run it up, call it Rocky, Rocky. I got that soy sauce, drip, Kawasaki, drip, drip, drip. I'm so Baton Rouge and New Orleans. I got seafood, I got hot sauce. I be dripping through the town like the top off, and I got my own label, yeah, I'm my boss. INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that mean? I got a key to the streets, I got a word to keep. Yeah, I believe in Jesus. I got a Jesus piece. Kawasaki, yeah, Ice Rocky. Ooh, I'm about to blast off, you like a rocket, yeah. Why me drop, kick the devil, Kawasaki, walk. He the plug, and I'm the socket, drip, Kawasaki, Ice Rocky, ooh, so chill, ice hockey, I run it up, call it Rocky, Rocky. I got that soy sauce, drip, Kawasaki, drip, drip, drip.
I came from the trench, I been on the bench. Now I just stepped up, now I'm the captain. I've been on my grind, I'm just not living my prime, yeah. To my class, I'm gonna shine. Now I'm like Draymond, I'm just getting fine. Hey, yeah, I do this for my mammy. I'm Michael ain't no more Randy. Better pay attention like I'm Manny. Now I'm going for my Grammy. They gon' think I want a Grammy. No, I
family. I go bar for bar for bar for bar for bar, and I ain't talking about a zany. This is us and you the manny. This and us, you need a plan B. Taking off and I ain't landing. Indie tribe, you hear the stampede.
Knocking down all the stampedes. I'm not a one-hit wonder. I beat and make the boys wonder. Ay, daddy bread like it's wonder. Go, go, on the low, low. God with me, I ain't solo. You demon so. Watch me go, pro.
Yeah. Ay, go pro, hit record. My soul, flow though, don't go anymore. Guy go, Mojo, Jojo, with the boys. Michael, with the cord. Michael, with the sword. Kylo, with the
I'm like
force.
David, I just dance until my clothes off. Look for wifey, I ain't messing with my old bra. They be asking what I do when things just go wrong. I just tell them that I gotta get my faith off.
Oh, way too high.
Pass shoot, pass shoot, pass shoot, pass shoot.
Oh, way too high.
Pass shoot, pass shoot, sheesh. Pass shoot, yeah, pass shoot.
I'm like David, I just dance until my clothes off. I got wifey, I ain't messing with my old broad. They be asking what I do when things just go wrong. I just tell them that I gotta get my faith off. Para, shoot it, carry me home. Yeah. Oh no, this ain't Kansas Toto. Ocho, Cinco in the end zone. Tell the truth, my only MO.
Facts my only MO. Level up like, oh no, this ain't even my hardest song. This is just a promo. Hey, yeah, yellow 777. Be complete and I ain't resting. They just think I want the bag. Got me feeling like a reverend.
Preach, young boy, preach. 100 shows all free. Now it's my time to eat. Take meals like meat.
Hey, and head to earth, I'm meek. You don't rap, God, take a seat. Don't even know why I mess with you. You probably still suck too. I'm like David, I just dance until my clothes off. Look for wifey, I ain't messing with my old bra. They be asking what I do when things just go wrong. I just tell them that I gotta get my faith off.
Oh, way too high.
Pass shoot, pass shoot, pass shoot, pass shoot.
Oh, way too high.
Pass shoot, pass shoot, sheesh. Pass shoot, yeah.
Spinning out records, we been waiting to be the ones to run it up, run it up, run it up. Count up the blessings, keep my wave off of your tongue. Don't press your luck, cause I'm the one, I'm the one, I'm the one. I go Joe Button, about time to hit that button. Run it up, run it up, run it up. I go Joe Button, about time to hit that button. I'm the one, I'm the one, I'm the one. I've been swimming through these beats, I know that God with me. If I die, make a playlist of my fire 50. I said, Archie, how you did it? He said, hey, Seuss. I don't drink, but the water look like Grey Goose. Listen, enough with all these clones, it's time to make it known. The wave is still alive as long as we making songs. It's deeper than waves. I'm lethal, I'm laid back with the beeper parade. Feel like they easily sway. Easy game, I'm a starter. Starter jacket, I'm ballin'. Streaming numbers, don't call me Alpha Omega, no warning. I've been hurting, I'm falling. Got back to basics, I'm drawing. Water bending, I think I'm finished. It's time for the 5. Spinning out records, we've been waiting to be the ones to run it up, run it up, run it up. Count out the blessings, keep my wave off of your tongue. Don't press your luck, I'm the one, I'm the one, I'm the one. I go Joe Button, about time to hit that button. Run it up, run it up, run it up. I go Joe Button, about time to hit that button. I'm the one, I'm the one, I'm the one.
All the time, gotta send a bless up to my God. I was eating ramen at the bar. Eat that akimasu, all I got. Hit a hater putting on me. Lately I've been on my lonely. I can't do no more phoning. I can take another low key. Come correct when you approach me. Lotus way, but ain't no broski. Still the independent tribal. Still a player with no coaching. Jeez, I move at ease. I keep my ear up to the streets, but so discreet. They had JLE and the Mars for moving teams. I wanna help to set them free, like Jubilee. But up in the town, they get tragical. They tryna plot on some tactical. They say the wave is not magical, but they gon' bite like a shark. I'm tryna profit the capital, cause the collision was casual. Me and be taking it national, but I ain't talking no part.
Spinning out records, we've been waiting to be the ones to run it up, run it up, run it up. Count out the blessings, keep my wave off of your tongue. Don't press your luck, I'm the one, I'm the one, I'm the one. I go Joe Button, about time to hit that button. Run it up, run it up, run it up. I go Joe Button, about time to hit that button. I'm the one, I'm the one, I'm the one.
Here's Wade-O's.
My name is DJ Wade-O, and these are my thoughts.
Part of the week.
Hey, family, there was a consistent theme in today's show that I didn't plan until I just realized this as we're getting towards the end of the show, and that is to pursue and follow the vision that God has placed on your heart. You heard Beleaf talk about his vision for Beleaf in fatherhood and how even his wife didn't understand it in the beginning. You've heard V Rose say that, everyone has tried to tell her all these different things that she should do musically, and what she's really always tried to do is just follow her heart, and the Lord has blessed it. I want to read an Instagram post that Bizzle posted earlier, a couple days ago. He said this was a letter that he received, the email. It said, Bizzle and Siobhan, that's his wife, said, I hope you guys are both doing great. I have some really good news for you. When you made the original donation for the water project, the budget included a truck for the community to distribute the water. Over the years, they have been able to replace the truck, and so we are able to reallocate its use. Now, in partnership with former President Joaquin Chisanano and his foundation, the truck is being used to bless 850 people. It is being used to support 6 agriculture cooperatives. The truck helps link produce to the municipal markets every day, carrying about 2 to 3 tons of fresh produce, providing a livelihood for these women. They want to put a sign on the truck saying the truck was donated by you. Would you like it to say Bizzle? Now, for those of you who remember, he did a project called Well Wishes about 3 or 4 years ago. Actually, might have been 5 years ago. But it was a little while ago, and they made a large donation. All proceeds were going to, fund a community that didn't really get a lot of water there. And now you're seeing that original donation and the truck that was purchased as a result of that donation being used for something even greater. So all I want to say to you is whatever God has placed in you, do it, because it may not just be for the reason that you think it will be. As always, thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in. I'll check y'all next week. Grace and peace.
Lifting up a standard. Loving God. Loving his people. Loving to serve.
And the Bible's very clear that if we want to be great, the best way to do it is to learn to be a servant.
It's more than music. It's ministry.
Wade-O Radio Show.
What's up? This is Michaela, a.k.a. Lady Mac, managing editor for WadeORadio.com. We often get emails, tweets, and Facebook messages asking what are the best albums out right now. As a result, we've cultivated an album review team comprised of people who love God, Christian hip-hop, and are a part of the movement. Aubrey, Daniel, and Brandon take a critical look at each album we decide to review and tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. That way, you know what you're getting before you get it. It's also why you should check out the album review section of WadeORadio.com.
7 and Hog Mob Ministries presents the Mob Tour, Ministry Over Business. That's right, Hog Mob is going coast to coast, hitting 19 cities.
Yeah, we ride it like a roller coaster. Catch a body for the body, let me Holy Ghost you. Salute.
Live music and much more. Every event is absolutely free. VIP packages are available. To RSVP or to purchase your VIP package, hit that hogmob.com.
I flip like a scissor kick, so ridiculous the fire pit licks and it sizzle spit. So try to predict what my Fahrenheit is. Plus, I'm sick and I'm blind like a virus on a pair of pilots that are straight.
And be clear, Hog Mob is also shooting a movie during the tour. That's right, a movie. Come be a part of history in the making. It's the Mob Tour, Ministry Over Business. Visit hogmob.com to RSVP or to purchase VIP tickets.
Miss one episode, you miss a lot.
This Welcome to America remix, DJ Promote. Yeah, bruh.
Hey, don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm rapping now. Welcome to America. Welcome to America.
So I'm going on tour with my homie 7 on the Mob Tour. I'm going to be on the East Coast leg of the tour. I ended the mix with that song. One is true. You know what I mean? Like, we should really be willing to give our whole lives to the Lord.
Check out episode
536, Wade-O on tour.
Visit WadeORadio.com to stream and download previous episodes and interviews. Cop the Wade O Radio mobile app or subscribe to our podcast.
WadeORadio.com.
Everybody lends an ear. I want to thank you in advance for letting us make it clear to y'all.
The Wade O Radio Show is executive produced by DJ Wade O. Pre- and post-production by Man of God Productions. Production, mixing and mastering of theme song by Ja Rockin' Productions. Performance of Wade O Radio theme song by Sho Baraka, Kristen Gray, and Ruslan of the Dream Junkies. Creator production and imaging, DJ Lito. News blast by Sketch the Journalist. Visual branding, T38 Creations. Ad sales and event booking, Terrence Moore. Wade O Radio blog editor, Michaela McIntosh. Website contributors, Jacob Titus and Brown Theory, and album reviews by Aubrey McKay, D. Royal, Brandon Murphy, and Chanel Crosskey.
Everybody lends an ear. I want to thank you in advance for letting us make it clear to y'all. On the way